Hello everyone, I'm your host, Boss Zombie. Welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online. It's time for the other companion. This one. Zareth Var. It's a cool name. It's good luck if I'll ever remember it, though. A moonlit shadow. Okay, so I don't actually have him yet. Where are we going for this? Oh, in Reaper's March. Show on map. No, how do I... Wrong button. Oh, okay. Right next to a way shrine, I'll take it. Find Cantor Crinze. Or Crinze. Apostrophes are hard to figure out the pronunciation. Where are you? Oh, big lad.
A fallen star is an omen of someone in need.
Priorities, my Sahida? The answer
Viti.
is no.
Inquisitor Seminar.
We have greater concerns. Let someone else see to your fallen star.
Man, you look cool, but you seem like a jerk. It's like a black knight, like a Khajiit black knight. You're so tiny.
Ah, you received my summons. Good. I am Crincy of the Twilight
Crincy.
Cantors, in service to Azura. Did you see the falling star? A sure
No.
sign from the mother of all Khajiit that someone is in great need. I am certain of it.
I didn't see a falling star.
It blazed with blue soul fire, burning the sky as it fell toward Moonmont. The signs could not be more clear. I wanted to investigate, but High Cantor Viti forbade me.
If someone is in need of help, why won't they let you look into it?
The tall Inquisitor here has need of the Twilight Cantors. Viti and I have been conscripted into service, and that service is elsewhere, apparently. But that is why I sent for you, so you could investigate. Surely Azura will reward your efforts.
Okay.
Thank you, Walker. Watch for the spirit of a little cat. Azura often sends such messengers when the need is great. And do be careful. Rumor has it that Moonmont is overrun with Dromathra. May Azura keep the dark from ensnaring your spirit.
You really think I'll encounter the spirit of a cat?
Oh, I do indeed. I caught a glimpse of such a spirit to the south. But when I requested permission to investigate, Cantor Vidi refused to grant it. We Cantors have many songs describing such events. Another sign that someone needs help.
Could the spirit be a trick of some sort?
With those large, friendly eyes and the cutest little whiskers? No. Dark spirits like Dromathra take a different shape, and have for thousands of years. This is no trick of Namira. Find the spirit, and determine what must be done.
You know what? I actually do want to know. Tell me more about Dromathra.
When Khajiit in strife hear the drums of the bent dance, it means the void of Namira seeks to ensnare their souls. Twilight Cantors like myself can exorcise that darkness. But if we do not get there in time, or fail, the Khajiit become Dromathra.
The bent dance?
The beating of the dark heart of Lorkaj. If one listens for the whispers of Namira, the Lady of Decay, the drums of the bent dance are sure to follow. To speak too much of these evil things only serves to invite them in. Be wary.
What should I do if I encounter Dromathra?
Defend yourself. When you defeat Dromathra, they retreat to the void, Namira's plane of darkness. If you had a Twilight Cantor with you, we could banish their spirits permanently. But as much as I would like to accompany you, I am forbidden.
Can you tell me about the others with you?
High Cantor Viti and Inquisitor Sabinar. Certainly. You could talk to them yourself, but they have little patience for strangers.
Tell me about the Cantor.
Oh, I am still getting used to such a formal title for her. I am her Sahida, her protege. In Viti, Azura's love and devotion takes a much more rigid form than other Twilight Cantors you may have met. But I value her guidance all the same.
Tell me more about the Cantors.
Outsiders sometimes think of us as acolytes of Azura. Our devotion to her allows us to exorcise dark spirits through the art of song. When not on a mission, we wander where we like. Or we used to.
And the Inquisitor?
I tried to get on his good side, Walker. I really did. He does not seem to have one. He is an inquisitor of the Torval Curiata, the militant arm of those who uphold the Rittel Thar epiphany. As far as I can tell, he is very good at his job.
The Rittelthar Epiphany?
A tenet of faith that reveres the moon spirits Joan and Jode. We Cantors instead are permitted to serve and follow Azura. Our songs are too valuable for us to be excluded from the faith.
Have you worked with the Inquisitor that long?
Too long, it feels like. The Inquisitors only recently pressed us into service. They have need of our songs, or would hardly bother with us otherwise. Our worship of Azura does not fit in their neat little box of what constitutes proper faith.
Then why help at all?
Refuse those who require our songs? Kes Cardesi, it is unthinkable. Yes, they force us into these uniforms and bestow our elders with fancy, high-ranking titles, and they keep us from wandering where we like. Still, they need our help.
I wonder if we'll interact with Azura on this one. Okay. To Moonmont. To Moonmont? Oh, yeah. Moonmont. Tan, you've been fun, but I think I'm going to pocket you for a little while after this. We'll see how this guy goes. I'm guessing up Moonmont, perhaps? No, over here. I'm looking for a tiny cat. No. I'm looking for anything. Hello? Oh, whoa, whoa!
Stay with me, friend.
Okay. Hey, I think I got lag killed there. That wasn't very fair, but okay. Running around, I must have triggered every single Dramathra in this area, and they all just insta-killed me. Oh my god, the lag is so bad right now. What is happening? I'm doing more damage because I properly got my champion points all slotted in. Why were they even down here in the first place? Whew, that was weird. I have to wonder how far behind I was with the server for that to happen like that. But there were even guys that were like down the up the mountain that came to attack me. Those are especially strange.
Too easy.
What's this cat's name? Jacques. Tomb of Zarethvar. Wait. Oh.
This Mazin. Hello. This Vo.
Well, you don't look very dead. My god, your arms are the size of tree trunks.
Kra, my head. Azura, forgive my cursing in a holy place.
Oh, his eyes are awesome.
Is this a holy place? Where am I? And who are you?
I'm Raconchal Grum. We're near Moonmont and Reaper's March.
A strange name to follow an even stranger dream. I circled the feet of Azura, longing to be held aloft. She scooped me up and cast me down. I fell and fell. And now I'm here, in this. Is this a tomb? How did you get in here?
A Twilight Cantor sent me to search for a fallen star near Moonmont. A spirit cat led me here.
Your words confuse me, Jal. A fallen star suggests someone is in great need. And a spirit cat. Azura's claws stir the sand indeed. Let us start over. I am Zarethvar, Hadalit of the Hidden Moon.
Hadalit?
I am... Wait. Where is my moonclaw?
What's a moonclaw?
A sacred tool of my order. A gift from Azura herself. I am bonded to it. I think I feel it nearby, but I am weak. For our safety, I cannot be parted from it. Please, help me find it, and anything else that might explain how I ended up here.
Okay.
Please, the Moonclaw. It is a... what is the word? Armlet? Metal hoop for your wrist, with a stone like moonlight. I would search with you, but I feel very weak. I am not yet ready to get to my feet.
Some questions first.
You are as inquisitive as a young scholar. Sand collects between my ears and blunts the finer points of memory. Might your questions wait until you return? I am certain I will have questions for you as well.
Oh, he's very polite. Okay. There's a bunch of stuff to look for. You've got a nice tomb. Some people must have really liked you. This is... Wait, but this is not Khajiit. This is, Nedic. Or Craglorn. Oh, I got the Moonclaw. Hey, look, someone else is here. With their own Tanlorn. In memory of Zareth Var. In this consecrated hall lies Zareth Var, raised by nomads, bane of shadows, savior of lost souls, beloved brother of our order. Here he lies, a death undying, untouched by Namira. His body does not decay. Now in death, as in life, he guides souls to find the crossing. With him fell the threat of Rajaska, for which we are forever grateful. May his soul at last find peace. Oh, so you're undead. Good news. Well, he's a necromancer, isn't he? Isn't that his gimmick? Oh, I have one of these. Oh, you got up. Hey, big guy.
You found it. I thank you,
Oh, his eyes all freaky.
Like the moons above, my strength returns to me in phases. Ah, there. It fits like it once did, though its magic seems to have waned. Did you find anything else?
I also found this crescent blade and this stone tablet. I think you should read it.
Very well. That blade seems long neglected. But this tablet, Zareth Var, this tomb is mine. Memory of my apparent death is slow to return. Pray, tell me, Jal, what year is it?
582 of the Second Era.
Second Era? That cannot be right. Listen, I am Zareth Var, necromancer of the Order of the Hidden Moon. I know nothing of eras. In my time, we only had years. This tablet says I died fighting a Rajaska. Do you know what
Rajaska.
this stone means?
I've never heard of the Order of the Hidden Moon. You're a necromancer?
Perhaps not the sort of necromancer you expect. I vanquish dark spirits through Azura's power of redemption. You said we are in Moonmont. Come with me to Ralka. Azura willing, the shrine of my order remains hidden there. You will see.
I have some questions.
And I have many questions for you, but my mind and memories are still hazy. I will answer as best I can.
The tablet said you die. Did you really die?
I went alone to face the Rajaska Jar, leader of the Pride. I knew I would not survive. And now, I awaken in a tomb. The tablet speaks of my body's preservation. A curious phenomenon. The means or purpose of my survival remain a mystery.
What are the Rajaska, exactly?
The dark remnants of moon singers vulnerable to the bent dance. Rajaska were a powerful kind of Dromathra, possessed Khajiit, bent to the will of Namira. Worse, the Rajaska resisted redemption, the sacred work of my order.
And you died fighting one? Do you remember what happened?
The memory returns, though I do not wish to recount it just yet. I did not expect to survive. It seems my efforts were not in vain. If you have not heard of a Rajaska, then the tablet speaks true. It is a blessing that they prowl Nirni no longer.
So they're like a super Dramatha. That's scary. You mentioned the bent dance.
The beating of the dark heart of Lorcage. A haunting and discordant song. Hearing it creates cracks in the soul, and once the void seeps in, it fills its vessel, turning the poor Khajiit into a mindless puppet of the void. A Dromathra.
You're really a necromancer?
Spirits of fallen Khajiit follow many paths to Azura's crossing. Those with darkness in their hearts can better find their way through the path of redemption. When I use necromancy, I invite forth their spirits and show them the way.
I want to see what his skills are like. Can I ask about the Order of the Hidden Moon?
I admire your curiosity, Jarl. Most consider it bad luck to speak of the work of my necromantic order. Our path ventures through the dark, yes, but we do not enslave the dead. Through Azura, we open doors to redemption in service to the living.
So you only worship Azura?
We are Azura's most faithful. I follow her calling. I devote my life to her message of love and
So he's a first era Khajiit. Woo.
But my duty is not in conflict with the other spirits known and worshipped across the 16 kingdoms.
And what did you do exactly?
When Khajiit die, love and forgiveness set their souls upon a path toward blissful light. But sometimes, guilt and misdeeds cloud that path. Azura commands those lost in the dark must not be left to suffer forever. It was my duty to retrieve them.
How'd you do that?
Necromancy. Adepts of the Hidden Moon call to the void and invite a willing soul back to inhabit a physical form. These dead followed us into battle, fought, and fell alongside us. In service and sacrifice, they see their souls purified.
Where does your order reside?
The Temple of the Hidden Moon lies deep in the Ashen Scar in northern Elsewhere, carved into the
Northern
long
Elsewhere.
shadows of a desert canyon. But we have shrines hidden in other places too, such as the one we head to now. You will see.
They gave him a good voice. Can you tell me more about your Moonclaw?
It is a most holy totem. Azura's grasp laid over my own. With her strength and my faith, it allows me to invite forth the souls of Khajiit who need guidance to the afterlife. It also allows me to create doors to cross Nirni with great speed.
You can use it to open portals?
At its full power, certainly. Now, I must be careful. The magic has leaked from it during the years I was interred. I apologize, Jal. This all still feels like a bad dream. I am left to wonder why I am here. Perhaps we can find out together. I will meet you in Ralka then. Perhaps everything will make more sense once I step out to see the sun.
It would have been kind of cool if he was one of the what are they called? Sench? Not the Khajiit Rot? The big ones. Like the tall guys, like that Inquisitor guy was. Oh. I didn't see the optional objective until now.
I know it fell around here somewhere.
Why are you over here?
Bright Moons, Walker! Who was that? Walker, that's Khajiit. Was that the person in need?
Yeah, I found the spirit cat. It led me to this tomb. Zarethvar was inside, but what are you doing here?
I could not ignore Azura's sign any longer, so I slipped away when the High Cantor and the Inquisitor were otherwise engaged. But what was this Zarethvar doing inside an ancient tomb? Did he follow the spirit cat as well?
He awoke inside the tomb. He's been in there for a long time. I think it's his tomb.
Well, he certainly did not appear to be a corpse, at least as far as I could tell. Maybe he fell and hit his head or something. though that doesn't explain the glowing eyes. Where did this Sereth Var go?
Okay.
Sis, I need to get back. I am beholden to the Torval Curiata, and they are mobilizing for some sort of attack. I will try to find you in Rolka if I can slip away again. Good luck, Walker, and stay safe.
How did you manage to slip away?
High Cantor Viti was kind enough to distract him for me with bracing talk of righteousness and heresy. Plus, I have always been good at slipping through the shadows. But I cannot linger. My voice is needed wherever the Inquisitor takes us next.
Okay.
This is all that remains of Rolka? What happened to
This
my
one
city?
warns you, Jik. Screaming nonsense in Vrokal will get you caged. Control yourself, or the guard will.
Oh yeah, I guess when you lived here, it must have been a giant, magnificent city. It's been probably over 1,000 years.
I recognize the bones, but the rest, Alfashna. My ancestors did not defy the stripe and death, just to let this holy ground be stamped down to simple tents and stalls. I must be very far from my own time, if this is what Ralka is reduced to.
The city was different back in your time? Oh, lag again.
If only you could have seen it. I barely recognize what remains. Back in that tomb, I confess I thought you were the senseless one. Now I see the truth. I must have sounded mad going on like that. But you came after me anyway. Thank you.
You said there was a shrine for your order?
I did. In my time, the Order was respected, revered for what we could accomplish. But we were also feared, and so our sanctuaries were hidden. Perhaps well enough to survive to the present age.
Where can we find it?
Just ahead lies the Temple of Two Moons Dance. The entrance for my cloister should be around the back. Let us hope something remains of it. And may Azura's guidance illuminate why she cast me down to this time.
Okay.
Look to the southeast side of the temple's base. An entrance to the Hidden Moon Sanctuary should be there. To think, even the Temple of Two Moons Dance could be left in such disrepair. My fur falls out just looking at it.
What was all that with the city guard?
I made such great haste to get here that I arrived quite parched. I asked one of those traders for a drink of water, and asked how much farther it was to Ralka. When I was told that I had already arrived, I did not react well.
And that's what drew the guard's attention?
I may have shouted a bit, spilled some water, knocked over a display while trying to keep myself upright. It does not matter. I suppose being dressed in these rags does me no favors. But finding my cloister, that is what matters now.
Oh, he's really cool. And it's nice that they made him very different from Ember. Because Ember had that kind of like sassy street kid thing. This guy is like well-spoken, slow-spoken.
Perhaps the years have turned it into a sugar stall. We will see.
Don't be so pessimistic. Around the back, you say? Oh, yep, that'll
The
do.
entrance is here.
Ooh, spooky.
See how it opens. It recognizes me as a member of the Order. No longer a sanctuary. Now, a tomb. I had hoped, with Rolka still standing. But no. The Order of the Hidden Moon is no more.
Chandori, word has reached our small shrine of danger from within our order. A Mahadelit from Corinth arrived, having fled her cloister to warn us. She says Aram Kal has forsaken Azura and sways the brothers and sisters of our order to follow Namira. Can this be true? How could such a thing happen? We beg you for clarity, As we have no Moonclaw armed adepts here, I will send this letter by courier and hope it reaches you swiftly at Ashen Scar. Until we hear back, we will pray the wards of our shrine hold against those that seek only to harm. If they do not, know that we will fight until our last to bring Azura's fallen children back from the dark. Oh. I don't think they made it.
How little is left of the world I knew. My clan is gone. Our bones and sanctuaries left to crumble to dust. I do not understand. Why was I sent here? I would rather have gone to the sands behind the stars than be sent back to see this.
There must be a reason. Remember the fallen star?
If my Moonclaw had power, I could invite forth the spirits of those I knew in life. But what comfort or answers could the dead give me? I tread the domain of the living once again. I must do as I did in life to find guidance.
What do you mean?
If Azura sent me back, I do not think it was simply to make me suffer. She must wish me to perform some kind of service. I will consecrate the remains here, and then beseech her for guidance. Will you assist me?
What do you need?
That prayer book. Consult it for what I might say. The sand between my ears persists. I need to be reminded of what I once knew in my heart. All these bones belong to Khajiit I never knew. Through them, I will bid my clan, my family, farewell.
Ooh. Where's the book? Examine the prayer book. Oh, it didn't pop up yet. Rites of the Order of the Hidden Moon. Bebaj Sin Rajit. May all who serve in the darkness be guided by the light of dawn. Behold our most common rites put to page, that even the most lowly had elite may learn their words and motions. All rites begin with moon sugar water. Offer this to Azura to show her you are grateful for what she has already given before you beseech her for more. Rites of Jaz Kam Dadna. To tend to the bones of the fallen. In death we shed our bodies, as in life we shed our fur. But that does not mean these things were once part of who we were. Bones were once home to our souls. Darkness we carry in life clouds our passage to the crossing. Those among the living may illuminate our way with words spoken in true faith. Invoke this rite with the following words, suited to your needs. Mother Twilight, I beseech you to guide these souls that once moved these bones to find your crossing with dawn's clarity. Rites of Jaz Kuji Zo. To walk the memories of the past. For souls in danger of falling to the bent dance. If one can intervene swiftly enough, this may imbue strength enough to drive back encroaching darkness. But use caution. Reliving the past may be a source of torment for some. This is why it is important to have Bavedik, the words surrounding the memory holder. Invoke this rite with moon sugar cast into ritual braziers. Kneel before an altar and instruct your subject to inhale deeply. The fumes of moon sugar will bind you and spin memories of reflective one for the Bavedik to wander and witness. Rites of Irmorna Idra, the most holy work of our order to banish darkness from the soul. In tandem with the proper Jaz Rithana of our most holy moon singer partners, or the aid of our heavenly implement of the Moonclaw, this rite can straighten a bent soul upon death, giving those who have seen the most darkness a much needed clarity and short journey to the crossing. Invoke this rite with choice words suited to the soul in question. Speak with the clarity of dawn. Cast upon the most holy hymns of our order. When in doubt, consult a moon singer. But beware, only souls that seek this guidance can accept this blessing. Those who choose to follow paths into the darkness will not see the light cast by the living, no matter how strong the will of the Had Elite that offers it. Always remember, redemption cannot be forced. The soul must only be in need of it, the soul must not only be in need of it, but in want of it. Guide these souls to forgive themselves and let go.
I remember. The rite requires moon sugar water. There should be some in the temple above. Do not worry for me. I would mourn in private for a time.
Okay. Well, that's sad. When I was reading the description, I thought he was going to be a time traveler, but no, he... Oh, wait, this is... Yeah. This is telling you. I think Cathay rot is the big ones. Oh no, rot means that they're more bestial, right? I cannot remember which ones are which. But yeah, there's like the regular and then the rot is like the more like scary big ones. Can I have some water?
You seek the holy moon sugar water for purification?
Whoa, she
These
looks
jars
cool.
have been blessed. Fill your cup as needed, Walker.
Thank you, cool looking lady. Wouldn't she be a moon priestess?
Walker,
Oh,
this one followed your steps and now requires your testimony.
okay, big scary black knight. Oh, you're not one of the big ones. You're just a very tall one.
You are the transient that spoke with Cantor Crincy, yes? She instructed you to investigate a phenomenon she witnessed at Moonmont. The Torval Curiato would like to know what you have discovered.
Why do you need to know?
You are ignorant of the Torval Curiato's Inquisition. There is but one cause for us to seek knowledge on any subject, to protect the true faith of the Riddlethar Epiphany from heresy. Now, your findings at Moonmont. Describe them.
What will you do with this information?
This one and his fellow Inquisitors will judge if your findings pose a threat to the true faith. And if it does, we will use all of our considerable means to burn the heresy and corruption from this land in the Riddlethar's name. Now, speak.
Okay. I know he looks scary and he sounds scary and he is scary. But I'm hoping it's a red herring and they're like, he's not actually bad, so I won't lie to him.
These are dangerous words, Walker. The Inquisition will need to verify them at once. We will meet again.
Okay, well, at least I was honest with you. That's gotta give me some points, right? Man, they really don't like Azura stuff. Where'd he go? Oh, those bones weren't here before. Oh, he's all kitted out.
Return.
Oh, he looks cool as hell.
Pour the water into the ritual basin, and I will perform the rite. Mother of Twilight, I beseech you, guide these souls to your crossing with dawn's clarity. I seek guidance.
Ooh,
This blue flames. How can this be?
did you do something wrong?
Blue flames. That is a call to arms. A signal for the hidden moon. A sign that the dark spirit of great power has pierced the veil of Nirni.
I don't know what armor that is.
That tablet you found in my tomb. It said those spirits were vanquished. What could this mean?
The Rajashka? Is that how you say it? Are those the spirits you're talking about?
Rajaska. Yes. From what you told me, they have not stalked Nirni in centuries, but now they return. Perhaps this is why Azura sent me back. The knowledge of how to contend with them is lost. We must find these dark spirits and see them redeemed.
How?
My Moonclaw guides me. Though weak, I can feel its pull. Somewhere east of here, at the shrine of the consummate Surrender, I believe. I must now humbly ask for your aid. The last time I faced a Rajaska alone, it cost me my life. Will you help me?
Yeah, I don't know where that is, though.
Perhaps it is called something else now. Let me see your map. Ah, Claw's Strike. I shall mark the spot. Thank you, Zhao. Though, you are not exactly a stranger anymore. Meet me at the shrine, and perhaps we will overcome these troubles as friends.
Okay.
Once you reach what is now called Claw's Strike, head inside. I will find you there. I hope I am not wrong in thinking you can defend yourself. There is no telling how much of my fighting skills remain after being dead for so long. We will see.
An Inquisitor of the Torval Curiata tried to stop me outside. He said he followed me here.
Inquisitor for the Torval. What? I do not know what you speak of, but Inquisitors do not sound friendly. Are these Inquisitors like the Twilight Cantors you spoke of?
Not exactly. They're working with Crinzy. The Twilight Cantor sent me after the Fallen Star.
Well, blessings from Azura that you found me then, and not these Inquisitors. No matter. We must deal with this Rajaska threat before we concern ourselves with this Torval, whatever it was.
You changed out of your rags. Where'd you get the armor? Lag, 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 lag. Oh, lag.
I did not pull it from the bones of my fallen brothers and sisters, if that is your concern. I found a cache of supplies and saw fit to equip myself. But I do not wish to stick out like a broken claw in my travels. What do you think of it?
I think it looks great.
Var, such kind words. Function is more important, of course. But what Khajiit does not like to present a sleek and pleasing form. This is not quite what we wore during my order's time, but it will do well enough to protect me.
What should I know about the Rajaska?
Dramathra are what happens when Namira possesses the heart of any Khajiit. They are creatures of darkness and violence. Rajaska are what happens when that darkness ensnares a Moonsinger. You still have Moonsingers in this age, yes?
I'm not sure. What are they?
They are storytellers. But this is a woefully simple explanation. In my time, the strongest singers wove stories into song, casting powerful spells in Azura's name. The boldest among those singers often aided the Hidden Moon.
Why doesn't ensnaring the soul of a Moonsinger make for a more powerful Dramathra?
It is their songs, a once joyous litany with the power to drive back the darkness, becomes a shadowy dirge, a phantasmal
Ooh, dirge.
chorus
You never hear that word.
grows in strength and beckons the drums of the bent dance. The stronger the Moonsinger, the stronger the Rajaska.
Okay. Claw strike. Oh, I thought he said to the... I could have sworn he said to the east. Okay. Well, I know it's a pretty easy ride straight south from that way shrine, because that's where the jewelry survey is. So he's a heavy armor. It looks like he's wearing heavy armor, but he also uses a two-handed sword. That's an interesting combo. I think he'd probably make for a good tank. I'll have to see what his perk does. Or his personal skill, perk, whatever it's called. The one at the bottom of the list. Oh, we're going actually into the delve. Well, delve is better than public dungeon.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Oh, that's... okay. That's their reaction to delves. Adoption of the Riddlethar Epiphany was not without controversy. The priest of the shrine of the consummate surrender and the Jode...
Pah! This once honorable shrine now serves as a bandit den. I sense the darkness we seek to the east.
You got it, boss. Isn't this the delve where the boss is like... they have like a funny name. It's a pair of... Isn't it? Or is that a different one in this region? Oh, I didn't see you fellas.
I need aid.
Well, it's in here somewhere. Oh. Past this one. This doorway was not here. Because that's... Or maybe it was there, but that's not the way... Oh, over here.
That dark corner. My Moonclaw tells me that is where we need to go.
You got it. Oh. What did they just explodify?
Are you all right? I will be fine. We must go after the others.
We will handle it. Join us when you have recovered.
They destroyed a Dromathra. Its soul, it is gone.
Destroyed it?
Walker, and that strange Khajiit from Moonmont. Zerethvar, was it? It is too dangerous for you to be here. These Dromathra and the powerful ones leading them. I have never seen their like before. None of us have.
Zerethvar and I tracked the Dromathra here.
Walker, you must leave. The leaders of this incursion, they are why the Inquisitors conscripted us. To fight back against this dark power. We obliterated as many as we could, but our songs are not enough.
Zereth showed me a hidden moon shrine in Rolka. We did him right, the guide is here.
Hidden Moon? I never heard of this clan. I will have to ask High Cantor Viti about it. She would know. But that is for later. If you have come to help, Azura knows we could use it right now.
Zereth says Azura sent him here to deal with the Rajaska.
Rajaska? An appropriate name for the powerful spirits. I knew that fallen star was a sign, but now is the time for action, not discussion. High Cantor Viti went after this Rajaska. Please, help her, before more cantors turn to the bent dance.
Okay. No commentary, Zereth? I think he is just a regular Khajiit, but very tall. Like, he seems to be outside the normal height parameter. Because he's as tall as Tanlorn.
Ravith Morna. It cannot. She is Dromathra now. A Rajaska. To arms. Quickly!
Is that the High Cantor? Oh. I hate the silence bubble. Why do you have so much health? What's going on here? This thing has more health than any of the bosses I fought in Tanlorn's.
Besha Anthi Rithanti. I am sorry we did not arrive sooner. With your spirit cleansed, Azura guides you to her crossing.
Huh, it's just that easy. He's really cool. I think he's definitely going to be the fan favorite of this new pair.
Now you see what I was trained to do. Khajiit that fall to the bent dance of Namira. I can straighten their tails. The Hidden Moon's purpose was to tend to the immortal souls of all Khajiit, even those that fell to darkness. Do you understand?
And that's different from what the Twilight Cantors are doing?
We both saw the effects of their song. It utterly destroys the spirit, banishes it from existence entirely. Moon's mercy. These souls were Khajiit once. Are we so afraid of the dark now that we destroy anything that staggers out of it?
Is there a way you can teach the Twilight Cantors your way of doing things?
Besha Anthi, in my anger I forget my wisdom, but you possess enough for both of us. That must be why Azura sent me here, to show Khajiit of this time the way of mercy through Hidden Moon necromancy. There is just one problem.
What's that?
My Moonclaw's magic wanes. If I am meant to follow this path and teach what I have learned, I must restore it. Just enough power remains to open the portal to the Temple of the Dark Moon. Your help has been invaluable. Will you come with me?
Yeah.
Noctra, grant me luck. Canarthi, grant me haste.
Noctra is nocturnal, but for the Khajiit.
7 shadows. It worked. Take care of your High Cantor, Jarithanti. We will see you again soon.
You guys gonna be okay?
Stay back from me, Najik. My soul is not forfeit to you or your necromancer.
Okay, so you're a jerk. Good to know.
Viti is fine, thank goodness. And were you and Zereth Var not here to drive off our fallen sister, I am sure we would have been next.
Now, I couldn't tell because of all the terms flying around, but did he recognize that specific Rajaska, like, as a name or as a, like, category? Wait. Oh, this is a different...
I wish I could paint this view.
The Dark Moon Temple. It is gone.
Hey, the cat.
Skoma addled old stray. Have you been asleep these past 300 years?
Longer than that, perhaps. Speak plainly.
No one favors the Dark Moon anymore. The Elomon's forgotten minds, ancient rites. The Unified elsewhere has no need of these outdated traditions. The Sugar God rules these sands now. Riddlethar, they call it. Imagine that. Old Bandar managed to trick the world.
You seem to be very familiar with this group, though. Huh. Ooh, you're a... What are they called? Grimalkin? No. The cats with the 4 ears.
Loss after loss. Were it not for my Hidden Moon training, my heart would be Namira's already for all the darkness these discoveries bring me. It is only because of you and the appearance of Jock here that I do not let grief overwhelm me.
Jock? You mean the spirit cat? He led me to your tomb.
Did he? I ask Azura for guidance and she sends my cat. I suppose the Moon Mother is not without her mischief. Perhaps this means she did not send me back to give up so easily. My heart had space enough for sorrow of this measure in my life before.
We came to restore your Moonclaw. How can we do that if the Temple of Dark Moons no longer exists?
Let us venture down these cliffs. The temple ruins seem to have been left where they fell. Perhaps, if we sift through the remains, we can still find something carrying the Dark Moon's blessing.
Okay.
I pray that searching through the ruins below results in more than sorrow and lost time. I should focus on the blessing of you and Jock to guide me. Just think, I could have been found by someone with far less patience, like that nomad there.
Tell me about Jock.
Ah, my constant companion. I hope he lived a long and happy life after I passed. I found him yowling for help on the streets of Corinth. I took pity, cleaned him up, and replaced his missing eye with a bit of moonstone. You can hardly tell now.
Why'd you name him Jock?
It is not much of a proper name at all. A shortening of Jock Khajiit. Kitten, I think you would say. With how sharply the sounds roll off the tongue, it means he is small, but tough. A tough little guy.
Can you tell me more about the Temple of the Dark Moon?
The Dark Moon is the true spirit of Lokaj, redeemed and made protector of the lunar lattice by Azura's grace. Through him, we of the Hidden Moon find our way through darkness to lead Azura's children to her crossing.
So the Dark Moon gives you power.
Just so. At the height of our training, Hadalit of the Hidden Moon steep ourselves in darkness, so we cannot fall to the bent dance and become Dromathra. We train to walk through Namira's dark without Azura's light.
So how does the Moonclaw factor into this? Ooh, squeaky chair. Lag, 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 lag. Come on. Did I press it? I guess I didn't.
It aids in navigating lunar byways to guide souls. A most ancient purpose, given to my order by Azura herself. As such, it must be empowered by something related to the Dark Moon. Something that we search for now.
You mentioned something about sorrow in your life before?
Kra, do not ask me about that. We have only just met. I want you to think well of me. In all seriousness, it is regret. I have no bent tail, but I walked a bent path. In the end, my misdeeds cost me dearly.
Is that why you joined the Order?
Ha! No! I was a knave and a jeek long before I heard Azura's calling. And long after. Now, it seems I have been given a second chance. Perhaps things will be different this time. It is all still so hard to believe. They did not just let this temple crumble, did they? This new faith tore it down and let the sea wash it away.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, it's really down there. Okay. Ooh, a chest. I don't need it. Oh, it's in here.
I took the longer way down, but I am with you now. Let us search these caves.
Missive from Grand Inquisitor Arsalan. Inquisitor Tashkir, you are hereby granted an order of assassination for Zareth Var. Uh-oh. Tall Cathay male, white fur with gray-black stripes, glowing blue eyes. High Cantor Viti reports that a cantor under her charge witnessed this necromancer heretic and probable lich emerge from a derelict tomb in Moonmont. It is advised that you follow him unseen to determine the whereabouts of a possible phylactery before attempting assassination. Additional note, per your report of his accomplice, any ally of this necromancer is enemy of the Torval Curiata. Therefore, this order of assassination extends elimination of this Imperial as well. Oh, that's me! In the Riddlethar's name, Grand Inquisitor Arsalan. Okay, that's bad.
Inquisitors of the Torval Curiata hunt us, with help from one of the Twilight Cantors.
Hey, why did you come down like you're evil? That looked a lot like Dramathra magic.
You gave honest testament. Now face honest deliverance.
Well, he seems... I guess they're evil. Is he gonna, like, die and become a Dramathra? Or, like, be a Dramathra? That's a shame.
You found something?
A black pearl. Quick, someone call Johnny Depp. Lag.
Please, let me see that note. Perhaps it will distract me from the knowledge that these once holy catacombs are now a midden. My eyes are glowing. I did not know that. Small wonder these
Oh, I guess, yeah, how would he have known that?
Kill me.
What do your glowing eyes have to do with anything?
Glowing eyes, risen from the dead. I must remind them of the Dromathra, our shared enemy. They mention a High Cantor Viti here. Was she one of the moon singers we saw at the shrine of... at Claw's Strike?
She's one of the Cantors. Cantor Crinzy works with her.
Crinzy? The little doggy you spoke to, yes? She seemed curious of my nature and presence, but not afraid. Too bad the same cannot be said of her fellow moon singer, High Cantor... whoever. Did you find anything else?
A black pearl.
Moon Mother be praised. It carries the Dark Moon's blessing. In all my years, I have never been called a heretic. Perhaps with your help and my moon claw restored, we can drive back the Rajaska and show these Inquisitors we are on the same side.
See if the pearl works first.
My moon claw is restored, but it bears warning of another incursion. Quickly, we must go.
Whoa, cool giant hand. I hadn't seen that yet. Now where are we going? Oh,
This Ovid dwelling. What an eyesore.
Oh, we're not actually going into...
The young Cantor and the other one.
Viti, you've done enough. Let them help.
Do not touch her, necromancer.
Are you injured, Jareth Auntie? Let me tend to your wounds.
Walker, I am relieved to see you alive. I thought I could trust my mentor with what I learned about Zareth Var, but she turned right around and told the Inquisitors. Thank Azura you managed to evade them. But I fear you arrived too late.
For what? What happened after we left?
After you left, more Inquisitors rallied us for another incursion here at the Vile Manse. But it was even more of the same. The rest of our sisters were dragged away by that thing, that Rajaska. I failed them.
Drag them where?
To the Undercroft beneath the Vile Manse. If my fellow Twilight Canthers are not Stromothra already, they will be soon. And then they will be lost for good. There is nothing that can be done.
Maybe not.
We are on the same side, Sister Viti. Remember that when next you give testament to the Inquisitors. I fear our little moon singer is right. Her friends have been taken by the leader of all Rajaska. They will be bent, forced to join in a chorus of shadows. Her training has not prepared her to do anything about it. But mine has.
So can we help them?
My friend, you ask a knife to cut, the birds to sing, the moons to rise. Walking the path of darkness in service to Azura is what I was made for. But it is a perilous path. Knowing this, will you still walk it with me?
Yeah.
Then, as Joan follows Jode, we move as one. A bond of fellowship, of two souls made better by one another. May that bond see us through to the other side of this darkness. Together.
Okay.
Shake the fear from your heart, Jarithanti. We will see your cantors saved.
But the Rajaska, do you have a death wish?
No. I have faith.
Oh, he's so cool.
Be gone. If you wish to throw your life away, Viti will not stop you.
Hey, Viti, you suck. Oh, he's a really cool character. He might be one of the best companions ever. He's definitely giving Xander and Sharp a run for their money. Hey, get out of here, mouse. Not that Tanloran wasn't cool, but theirs is a more emotional story. It doesn't have room to be a badass, really.
Find the way below and locate the cantors.
I want these glowing bottles. I have this one, I think, was a furnishing, but this one hasn't been made available yet. Ah, the Vile Manse. I spent so much time in here for that one dumb lead for Mora's Whispers.
To the northwest, I think.
Pan out.
I forget if it was from any enemy or just from the bosses in here, but I don't want to have to ever do it again. At least we don't have to go to the part with the ice astronaut, the frost astronauts.
Worthy of a bird song.
I mean, Tanloran is definitely top tier, but our new buddy is a tier above.
I need healing.
Like Tanloran's an A, Zareth is an S. Well, you know what? Let me not speak too soon. We haven't seen the length of his
I mean, that's just
story.
not fair to them.
I still haven't actually unlocked him yet. His intro quest is even longer than theirs was. Hopefully that means that the rest of his quests average out to the same amount of time.
Through there, my Moonclaw senses it. We are close.
A new area?
These vaults
Oh, that's a
relic stained
big
with
one.
Dark history. I can smell
Take long.
I got a melon. I got a melon? Why did the scary nightmare demon have a melon?
I hope this works.
I don't know what happened. There was some lag, and I think Tanloran did something.
The song of the Rajaska. It bends these twilight cantors into Dromathra.
Can I not interrupt?
Zeyabi Morna, my newborn Rajaska. Sing for them the next verse.
Claws out, my friend. Here we go.
Come now, Zareth. You remember this song?
Oh, that's scary. Suddenly that has a memory of...
Cantor Zeyabi. With your spirit cleansed, Azura guides you to her crossing. Find peace in her embrace. Quickly, everyone. Let us
Are you
leave
guys
this
going to be
dark
okay? You look
place.
kind of Dromathrified.
The sound of the drums. It's gone. Thank Azura.
How about you, little guy?
Zeyabi. I can't believe she's gone. Sorrow fills me. But the songs of Krinzi and Viti are a balm.
Oh, I guess I'm supposed to be talking to you outside, because you seem to be reacting like we're outside.
I am sorry, Rithantin. I can cleanse your souls, but I am powerless to stop the corruption before it overtakes you.
Oh, this the Twilight's cantors can do. Quickly, Viti, aid me.
Right, because they did this in Maw of Lorcage. Oh, she's tall. I didn't notice. The disparity kind of threw me off.
This trouble, it is all the outsider and the necromancer's fault. Leave us.
I want to slam you through a table.
Zeyabi didn't make it. You and Zerithvar saved who you could. Thank you, Walker. I will write an ode to your bravery. Just after I finish a hymn in remembrance of Zeyabi and Takeda.
What's the idea, big guy?
The songs of these twilight cantors can stop souls from falling to the bent dance? In my time we had no such songs. I am glad to see it. Yet this means they are at greatest risk of being hunted by that Rajaska Jar.
The Rajaska Jar?
The leader of the Rajaska, the first of their kind. Her name is Ravith Morna. She will prey on these cantors, rebuild her ranks. I died when I faced her. But then I was alone. Here and now, I think you and I are meant to act together to stop her.
Why do you think that?
Why else did Azura send you to find me? These cantors fear me, except for Krinzi. And the Inquisitors wish to kill me. It was you who found me, guided me, helped me deliver salvation. Now my Moonclaw gives a faint pull. It leads me to you, Tamit.
What does that word mean? Okay, hold on.
In my time, it was a word of partnership. If we travel together, our souls will move as twin moons, strengthened by our bond. You see, the world has changed much since my time. There is much for me to explore and learn. I am eager to see it all.
You want to travel with me?
I would stand with no one else. We stepped into the light from the shadow of my tomb. Together we struck against the darkness beyond the world. We saved these cantors, and perhaps even made a friend in Krinzi. I am honored to walk at your side.
Ooh.
When you are ready to hunt the darkness, send for me, my friend.
Okay.
Takeda.
Bye, Batman.
Zeyabi, the Rajaska Jar hunts us, High Cantor. Who will banish dark spirits if all our kind fall to her song?
Don't say such things, Serenza. Do not give in to hopelessness. The High Cantor will figure something out.
Oh, okay. Ooh. I got some... Oh, and I got a writing list? Oh, for 5 quests. These are good. I like these golden pursuits so far. I'm curious to see. I'm sure they'll change it every week during the PTS. Okay, so now I have... Let's assign you there. And summon you.
Where will our roads lead us today?
Where indeed, but first I need to... So what did he give me? Oh, nice. He gave me an aggressive... Okay, so they do give you a weapon of their class. Okay, first we need to do the companion booster. And then I guess I'm just going to go... Companion equipment aggressive. And we'll do heavy stuff. Interesting. Oh, I need a greatsword. Heavy, necklace, ring. Heavy. Okay. Hey.
I am listening.
Let's give you... Okay, first your equipment. Greatsword, helm... Okay, so yeah, he is wearing heavy. Cool, that's an interesting spin on things. And then let's see what his skills are. What's your personal one first? Decreases ability cooldowns by 3, increases... Okay, so he is a pretty good tank. And what about his actual... Guardian's Commitment. Crescent Scythe, Sarah... It's not... Okay. Uh-huh. They heal. Okay. Perigian Armor. Granting the measures when active, enemies that strike them with ranged attack will be pulled toward them. Oh. Darkmoon Totem summons an effigy of bone harboring the souls of fallen Khajiit. The fleet of an enemy applies fear. Minor protection, allies, reducing their damage. Okay. Remedies of Atonement. Their own power to repair damaged flesh. Okay, so that's just like the Necromancer heal. Absolves the misdeeds of fallen souls at the target location. Okay. Oh, that's a cleanse, too. Conjures a ghostly spirit of a fallen Khajiit to redeem its soul. Service reserve for 8 seconds. The spirit heals them or the lowest... Oh, it's the spirit healer, mender, whatever it is, skill. And Vermina's Visage. Launches a nightmarish exploding skull at the enemy. 10,000 flame damage. Sanctifies the ground. Frost damage. Major breach. That's not bad. Dislodges spirit's ties to a corpse, releasing spiritual energy and dealing 2,000 disease damage every 10 seconds to 10 to enemies all around the corpse. When this release ends, it causes the corpse to explode. Okay, so that's the tether skill. Yeah, so they're all necromancer skills. Blade of the Crossing, that's unique. Calls upon the power of Azura, swinging a blade of lunar light in front of them, doing 10,000 damage. Enemies damage with ability have made minor magicka steel. Oh, that's neat. So he could be a good like magic tank. Maybe. Okay, let's see if I still have that tab open with the like list. So this would be a two-hander. Interesting though that he's a heavy two-hander. Okay, so the skills, no, not dual wield. Go back. Sunder. Okay, so they're all two-hander first. Sunder. And then staggering swing. And again with sniping silver. Alcest really likes sniping silver. And I don't even remember what's so... Ah, that can't work. Dawn Guard, Vampire Trap, bolt enemies. It's just a quick hit. Cooldown is 11. Cast... So wait. Versus something more personal like this? This has less cooldown and does the same thing. Screw it, we do that. It keeps jumping down because of the stupid ads. Sever. I'll have to look up a better companion build after these guys are out. Okay, and then it normally he calls for vanish, but that's not gonna work. Oh, that's such a good skill though. What is this one? Sure. We'll try that for a little while. Let's chat it up. I'm gonna see what he.
Share your thoughts. Certainly.
Something about yourself.
Despite how much it has changed, I consider it my purpose to protect my homeland. Be it dragon slaying or creeping through caves. If you set out in defense of elsewhere, please.
Okay, so
along.
that's saying do dailies. If I do dailies in elsewhere or southern elsewhere, I assume. Look at his smile. He likes that.
Yes, as you wish. I have always admired those whose healing energies can pull others back from the brink of death. Had I not been called by Azura to a warrior's creed, I would have liked to follow a healer's path myself.
I don't know what that means for things he likes.
You have my ear.
Maybe just healing him?
Certain. I would rather not share my first era origin with others we meet in our travels. Azura sent me back for a reason, Tamit. Best not to doubt her, or put ourselves at risk by prompting a lot of questions.
Okay.
You have a as you wish. I think a bounty is a cowardly thing to run from. Face up and make amends. And do better to evade capture next time.
Oh, so if I do something illegal... Okay, if I could do something illegal and I get caught by a guard, either pay the bounty or don't get caught in the first place. Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Certainly. I hope it is not too much.
This
As you wish. I have light fingers around baubles and do not mind if you do too. However, I do not approve of parting important things from their owner. Medicine and items of religion, for instance.
Okay, so specific things, I assume, pickpocketing and stealing, he doesn't like.
Share your... Hadalit of the Hidden Moon were subject to constant training. I hear tales of an infinite archive where warriors may endlessly
Oh, he
hone
likes the
their
Infinite
skills.
Archive. Okay.
Perhaps we could test our mettle there.
Perhaps we could.
I am listening, as you wish. We did not have this Tales
Oh, he
of
likes Tales of Tribute
game
too?
back in
Okay.
my time. It
He's
is
the
quite
fun
diverting.
character.
I would not mind the chance to watch you play. Do not worry. I will bet in your favor. So
Oh, he might be my favorite companion
you
after
happen to
this.
win.
He likes a lot of things I like. Well, I'm kind of over Tales of Tribute, but I did
You
like
have
it for a
my ear,
while.
As you wish.
Come on.
Sources of water were few in the elsewhere of my day. I am always grateful to find and collect water in our travels. I would rather not be scarce of it.
You've got a couple hundred years of dehydration, I imagine. So that's just any time you pick up
You
water?
have my ear. It is common in this time to subjugate souls, yes. To entrap them in soul gems. If you insist on doing this, please do not do it in my company.
Oh, but how do I do that with the passive? Or how do I avoid doing that? Because there's a passive that... Do I have to just make sure I don't have empty soul gems on me? That's a difficult one. I might have to take off that
I am
passive.
pleased to drive the undead from the world, wherever we may travel. Slaying vampires or destroying skeletons is but one way to liberate souls in subjugation. If this is our mission, I will never think our time ill spent.
Yeah, if he doesn't like the soul gems, that's kind of a deal breaker, because that's just something that happens passively.
Yes, as you wish. Despite how much it has changed.
Okay. Yeah, because unless he means specifically using soul magic to trap. I don't know. That's a big hit. That's a big miss if they did that on like that. It doesn't work. I guess we'll find out. I probably have some soul gems, don't I? Oh, I forgot I got this. Okay. I'll leave that in there for now. Oh, cool. It stops you from... I should buy some empty soul gems and see. Okay, report booster.
Ah, Tamit. Cantor Crinzy sent us a letter. She wants to meet, though she avoids saying exactly why. You remember her, yes? The doggy Twilight Cantor. She is much like the moon singers of my day.
Any idea why she wants to meet with us?
I assume it concerns the Rajaska, the singers we faced that were turned into Dromathra by the power of dark songs. Better that than the Inquisitors, or that High Cantor. They see my very existence as some sort of heresy.
Does she say where she wants to meet?
Redford Trading Post, in northern Grotwood. If such a place was standing in my time, it went by another name. It could be the ruins of the Halls of Colossus, for all I know.
Ooh, that place.
Please lead the way. Let us make haste to see our Jareth auntie again.
Okay.
Redford Trading Post. I remember Grotwood from my travels as a young cub. The hot days in those jungles could make paste of our moon sugar stores. If anything has changed since my time, I hope it is the weather.
Before we head out, I want to ask something.
My eyes see many things in shadow, Tamit. I can tell you what I see as I see it.
I'm not gonna... Well, let's recap, sure.
Rajaska Arithantin fall into the bent dance. Moon singers, possessed by Namira's void. In the present age, they prey on Twilight Cantors like Crinzy and her cohort. Exorcists who drive back the dark by way of song.
So they prey on the very people who might stop them.
They prey on those with music in their hearts, whose power can be twisted to strengthen their ranks. You and I can stop them, as we did in Claw's strike, and the Vile Manse. With your might and the tools of my order, we can redeem their fallen souls.
And you know all this because you fought Rajaska before?
Fighting their leader is how I met my end. The inscription on my tomb said they disappeared from this world when I died. They have returned, and I believe Azura herself sent me back to dispatch them. We only need to find them.
Have you had any contact with Cantor Crinzy since the incident?
Just this letter. Since last I saw you, I worried the High Cantor might have turned Ajarithanti's heart against us. But if she writes to us for help, clearly that cannot be the case. I just wish she had written sooner.
What do you think of High Cantor, Viti?
I have a low opinion of this High Cantor. But then again, perhaps this is unfair. I hardly know her. She is loyal to those Inquisitors of the new faith of elsewhere, yes? This Riddlethar that brands me a heretic.
Have you learned more about the Riddlethar?
As much as I can stomach. The moonlight these fanatics worship is sterile. They follow lifeless teachings of some false prophet. Their world is flat and colorless. Those who are not ignorant of my order look upon it with revulsion. I pity them.
Sounds difficult to deal with.
But I forget my blessings, Tamid. It is because of Cantor Crinzy's curiosity and devotion to Azura that she found you. And you found me. Azura wished our paths to cross. Now we walk one path together. Perhaps Crinzy will join us in time.
How are you doing, Zareth? I know everything is different from what you remember.
This second era, as you have called it, is a tumultuous time. Conflict finds purchase in every corner of Nirni, and even planes beyond. It is strange to see what is still remembered, what is new, and what has been forgotten.
Sounds like you might be homesick.
Some part of me always will be. But it is clear I am needed here now, with you. I am immensely grateful for this second pounds, Tamit. Knowing it is for a reason and a purpose makes it easier to appreciate the wonders of this age.
I know why he sounds so damn cool. It's because he has the same deep voice and cadence of when the dragons speak in the Elder Scrolls games. The wonders of this age?
There are more things now that unite than divide. Guilds, factions, parties of adventurers, all working toward common goals. Friendships forged like the bonds of family. Distance is not the obstacle it was back in my day. It is inspiring to see.
Okay, that seems to be all the dialogue. We're going to Grotwood again. Well, maybe I can... I have to see if that's really the case, that filling his soul gem just passively, then he just becomes unusable. Well, actually, what I should look at his achievement. He likes, where are you? A daily quest for in Grotwood. Completed Tales of Tribute daily. Completed Dark Anchor. Visit Bandari Trading Post. Offer a donation to a beggar. Loot of Waters. Oh, those are all very easy. The Tales of Tribute daily can take a hot minute, but that shouldn't be that bad. Just do an NPC one and fight one person. There should be a merchant here.
Oh, bright moons. There you are. Over here.
1 second, I need to buy
We
some
came
stuff.
as quickly as we could, Jarithanti.
You should have soul gems. Right? Yeah. Okay. I wish there was a max out and just buy. $200. Okay. Let's see how this goes. God, what a deal breaker that'll be if that's really the case. Who are these fellows? Oh, that's a beggar, but I can't give him money.
Oh, I am relieved to see you both. I could not say much in my letter, just in case it was intercepted. Izalgo, a cantor from my order, was tending to an exorcism nearby. An escort of inquisitors accompanied him, but now they are all missing.
What do you need us to do?
Izalgo is not the first Twilight cantor to disappear, and the Inquisitor investigations go nowhere. I risk much just talking to you. High Cantor Viti says the Inquisitors have forbidden all contact with you and Zerith Var. Especially Zerith Var.
Didn't High Cantor Vidi tell the Inquisitors what we did at the Vile Manse?
The Enforcers of Faith have a very specific definition of heresy. I am more concerned about Cantors becoming Dromathra than I am about changing minds. Can you ask around about Izalgo? Perhaps someone here in the trading post saw where he went.
Okay.
Meet me behind the temple northwest of the trading post when you finish. Cantor Izalgo is a Cathay Khajiit, with spotted fur and sweet brown eyes. I suppose it seems too much to hope that he just ran off for a tryst with some honey-tongued local.
You said Izalgo isn't the first of your order to go missing?
Normally we Cantors are a nomadic and solitary bunch. Easy prey for a Rajaska. We correspond with each other often, trading songs and stories of our travels. But some of the other Cantors have fallen silent. I fear the worst.
The other Twilight Cantors have been warned about the danger?
It is hard to get word to every member of a group as scattered as ours. Besides, we cannot pause in our duties. We exorcise dark spirits, but we cannot cleanse bent souls the way Zerith can. Namira never sleeps.
Aren't the Inquisitors of the Torval Curiata focused on protecting you?
Viti says they are, in their own way. They are intent on attacking the Rajaska, instead of defending those they prey upon. I am sure they would get that done faster if they worked with you and Zerith, but nobody pays attention to my suggestions.
What were you doing before Izalgo disappeared?
Plenty of field work, actually. Not all exorcisms. Tending to those in need, writing songs, singing whatever I wanted, whenever I wished to. Quite the change of pace from what I had been doing before all this.
Oh. Before you were conscripted by the Inquisitors?
Before that, even. I was Sahita under High Cantor Viti, her protege. We had a falling out. She refuses to see the good in what you and Zerith can do. I am free to wander on my own now. Despite the risks, I plan to make the most of it.
You gave up being protege of High Cantor Viti because of me and Zerith?
Viti is an exceptional mentor, but I could not remain with someone who ignored such an obvious sign from Azura. But she is not an Inquisitor. She may yet come around. I just hope that happens sooner rather than later.
What else can you tell me about Izalgo?
Izalgo is a little scatterbrained. I swear he would lose his tail if it were not attached to his arse. And yet he always manages to keep track of that journal of his. Oh, he has the most beautiful voice. I hope you get the chance to hear him sing.
That's foreboding. I don't think you want me to hear him sing if he becomes evil. How well do you know him?
Well enough to know that if he has not replied to one of my letters, it means something is wrong. We are more than just fellow Cantors. I sang at his nephew's name day. Oh, I really hope you can find him.
Okay. Are you guys gonna talk? No? Okay. We investigate. Oh, big guy. Bakiza.
Why must these storekeepers
Big
take
lady,
that
excuse me.
as a personal slight? Your wares are good. It is a compliment.
I'm looking for a cantor named Izalgo. Any see anyone like that?
Twilight Cantor. Yes, there's one walking around. Clever-looking little daggy. Is that who you mean? This one might have seen another one in similar dress not long ago, but the memory is fleeting. Must not have stayed long enough to make an impression.
Okay. Ooh, a very old Khajiit.
Yes, yes. This one can't afford to settle with Shanra, so he takes his business elsewhere. Jode's chariot, what a joke.
I'm looking for a cantor named Izalgo.
The only one who stopped at this one short-lived sugar stall were thieves. Unless this Twilight Cantor of yours has fingers as light as his song, Ini says saw no such singer.
Huh. There seems to be a thing going on with theft. Oh, an Alfiq.
More questions? Those inquisitors already treated me like a criminal. I will tell you what I told them so I can get back
Look
to
at his
my
tiny
men.
chair.
The cantor moved on. I do not know why. There was never a need for an exorcism here, at least as far as I know.
Was his name Izalgo?
Perhaps. I told the inquisitors this person was asking about an exorcism. When no one knew what he was talking about, the cantor said he was heading for Gold Folly, the mining settlement just south of here. Now move along, Walker, and let me rest.
Thank you.
Let us make haste to Gold Folly. We still may be able to save Cantor Izalgo.
Oh, I forgot. I gotta give you a better mount. Mounts. Do we have... that's too flashy. It doesn't really match. You probably don't want a bug or a camel. A wolf would be an odd choice. Khajiit, I mean, an Indrik could work. It's not a bad... Oh, I could also... Huh, there hasn't been a single in-game reward with a... Centrot. That's interesting. Okay, do we have any good... Jubilee horse isn't bad. Maybe... I mean, he's a big guy. Maybe the bear. That's... I forget how you even get this thing. Imperial Werebear Seeker. How do you get that, actually? I haven't looked at achievement. I assume that's PvP. Seek out and purchase shattered Warbear items from Battleground Imperial City vendors, then combine them. A harness, an armor, a saddle. So they're fragments? Huh. I'll have to look into that later. How does the bear look? A good looking bear, all things considered. Because I have a ton of Telvar and a ton of... Oh. Are you the two arguing? Yeah.
Hold your tongue, High Elf.
Yeah.
King Camoran didn't need
I have a ton of Telvar and a ton of Alliance points because I basically only participate in that stuff during the mid-year mayhem, so I don't really spend it on anything. If it's cheap enough, I might just buy all the fragments. Free mount, I'll take it.
My Moonclaw. It senses Dromathra nearby.
This is an orc settlement.
Let us look around.
I don't remember what even happens here as part of the story.
A dead Inquisitor. I shall invite forth his spirit. Perhaps he will be more amenable in death than in life.
What? What has happened to me? That song. That twisting bending song. The cantor suspected it was a trap, and he was right. My soul would have bent too, were it not for the mercy of their blades. What is this? Have you drawn me back to torment me? To do your bidding?
We just seek information. What happened? Who killed you?
Rajaska. And not just one. A whole pride led by some ancient evil. They questioned me about the necromancer, Zerith Var. The risen dead that strolled out of Moonmont. He must be in league with those abominations.
He's not, but that's not the point. What about Izalgo? Where is he?
The cantor led me to the Rajaska. He kept saying a name over and over again. He led me behind the stables, a door in the ground that leads to darkness and death. Pray that Cantor Izalgo was broken and killed, rather than bent to their ranks.
Okay, you can go now.
Our thanks for your testimony. May you find peace in Azura's embrace.
They don't like Azura, though. Isn't that the thing? Behind the stables. Find the door behind the stables. I found the door behind the stables. Oh, a bent Inquisitor.
Ravith Morna seeks you, Zerith Var.
Hey, that skull attack was pretty cool, actually. And he does it pretty often. Oh, right, he has the thing with the cooldowns.
That was one of the Inquisitors. A Rajaska bent his soul.
Let me just make sure. Soul magic. Okay, I do have it. It says killing an enemy has a 10% chance of automatically... I'm guessing it's not the same as this because that just gives you a new item in your inventory. Thank Azura, I thought this up and read for. Asked after reports of an exorcism needed in Gold Valley and was met with narrow eyes. There are no Khajiit in Gold Valley. The locals do not go there anymore. As instructed by High Cantor Viti, I sent word to the Torval Kyriata. They replied with a company of Inquisitors. We are now at Gold Valley, and they told me to stay put by the stables while they investigate some orcish longhouse nearby. They say if there is someone in need of my services, I will be allowed to tend to them. Inquisitors have not been forthcoming with why I might have been lured here under false pretenses. So I did not tell him about the strange dreams I've had since I was summoned to Gold Valley. About the Khajiit with fur like lovely Midnight who asks me to join her in song, to wake her pet, a beast of darkness incarnate slumbering in the void. I wake with the melody in my head, but no semblance of the words, only her name. Ravith Morna. Ravith Morna, Ravith Morna, Ravith Morna. All rhythm almost like a beating heart. Who is she? Did she send the summons to Gold Valley? The suffix implies that darkness has her, but perhaps it's not too late. She needs me, needs my help. I hear her song somewhere beneath my feet. She is near. I must find her. There must be a way down.
Izalgo's journal. He mentions Ravith Morna. This is troubling. Let us return to Krinzi at the north.
Oh, this guy got messed up. Yup.
Search my packs. You will find nothing. This one is
This. That is the High Cantor, yes. Looking as sour as ever. What is she doing here?
Huh. At last, my Sahida's presence here makes sense. You lured her here.
I have words for you.
This ends now. This one forbids you from involving Krinzi any further in your misdeeds. Viti does not wish to see the Inquisitors take notice and act against the young one.
Cantor Krinzi asked us to come here.
My Sahida, disobey my direct orders? You and that charlatan necromancer have influenced her with your dark thoughts. And in so short a time, what business could she have with you?
She asked us to look for Cantor Azalgo. We discovered the Rajaska lured him to Gold Valley.
Ah, yes, the Rajaska. How convenient that they appeared at the same time as your friend. This one looked into his Order of the Hidden Moon, a once noble clan brought to ruin by corruption from within. And this is who you choose to travel with?
The Rajaska are hunting Twilight Cantors. We can stop them.
When the vulture eats the asp, it does not do so out of virtue. It does so to slake its appetite for flesh. You may hunt the shadows. This one has seen as much. But there is a darkness in your friend where his heart should be. Viti can sense it.
What are you talking about?
The Inquisitors of the Torval Curiata will find you, outsider. You and your necromancer. Stay away from the Twilight Cantors, or else!
Why don't you trust Zareth?
When you have walked the world as I have, you see how often trust is rewarded. Stay away from my Sahida. She may not understand, but I know nothing good comes from abiding necromancy, even if it is well-intended.
What does that all mean? Zareth, no
this
comment?
This one knows what she senses. An exorcist of my years is not wrong about such things. There is darkness in you, Zarethvar.
Let her go, Tamit. We should tell Crinzy what we found in Gold Folly.
Oh, wait. What? Where are they? On the back, I guess.
Oh, you have returned. Thank Azura.
Tamit, tell her what we found. I need to collect my thoughts.
I was about to come looking for you when High Cantor Viti found me. She demanded to know what I was doing here. Do not worry. I did not mention either of you.
She knows we're here.
This! Well, if it helps, I do not think she will send for the Inquisitors as long as I am with you. She worries about me. She just refuses to see reason where Zarethvar is concerned. But what news do you bring? Did you find Cantor Izalgo?
No, but we found this journal.
I am sorry about the Inquisitors, but my concern is for Izalgo. Let me see. Oh. Were the other Cantors lured with dreams such as this? We have no defense against such darkness. No song that can cure such a summons. We must stop this Ravith Morna.
We're at a dead end. Not sure where they would have taken Cantor Izalgo.
Zareth knows about the Rajoska. Well, Zareth and perhaps the Inquisitors. I do not need to tell you that they will not help us. If only we could find Ravith Morna, then maybe Zareth could save the Cantors bent by her song.
Zareth battled Ravith Morn in the past.
He knows her from his life before? Let us hear it from him then. Zareth, who was this Ravith before the darkness took her?
Don't be romantic. Don't be romantic connection.
I hoped we would not have to shed light on that chapter of my past.
Azura sent you back for a reason. Could this not be it?
Oh, I guess I have to actually...
I will tell you what I know. Before she fell to the bent dance, Ravith Morna was Moon Singer Ravith. In my time, Moon Singers were not so different from Twilight Cantors. My memory of her holds a sorrow I have trouble putting into words.
Try, Zareth. We need all the information we can get.
She was the first I ever called Tamit. I would come to call her more than that. In the end, I died trying to stop her. Besha Anzi, my friends. This memory weighs heavy on my heart. To me, that battle, my death, it happened only yesterday.
How did Ravith fall to the bent dance?
I do not trust my tongue to recount this sad tale. But there is a ritual I could perform. It allows us to walk the path of my memories. But I must perform it in a specific place. Try to keep an open mind. What you and Crinzy see may trouble you.
You want Crinzy to come with us?
She has been gracious in trusting us where others in her order are wary. If she is willing, I would trust her to see the worst parts of me, as I trust you. Var, let us venture to Jazenji Seer to enact this ritual before I change my mind.
Where's that?
Zareth speaks of Jode's Light, west of Dune and Reaper's March. There is a ritual chamber at the back of the western atrium. For the ritual of Kujijo, yes?
I am glad to hear it is still known in this time. You are welcome to travel with us, Jarithanti.
Oh, I would not miss it. I will gather the components needed for this ritual and meet you there.
Hey, maybe your boss should come too, just so she can kind of see, hey, good well-meanings and all that. Hey, near my house. We ride. This mount is still so weird. It's like a feathery llama. It's, you know what it is? It's kind of like if you got the instructions for a griffin all wrong. It's, if a camel is a horse by committee, then this thing is a griffin by committee. Beyond a veil of twilight. Okay, another delve. The Shrine of Jode's Light just outside Palat was founded by Moon Bishop Thrins. The
ritual
couldn't even make it
lies
through.
to the west, Tamit. I will guard our tales.
Oh, do I have to go all the way around though? Is that a one-way only door? Oh, it's not. Okay. Nice. Oh, and the sky shard's right there too.
Welcome. Kenarthi blessed me with swift travels, and I have
I
prepared
thought she
the
said
chamber.
with Swiss
All we
cheese.
need now is the two of you.
Jode's love and Surrender's charity. Thank you, Krinzi. Tamit, you will lead us through my past as we peer into the shadows of memory. Begin by igniting the braziers here.
Okay. Oh, they're the blue ones. It's the rare one. The enchanted brazier.
Kneel with me before the altar. Together, we will spin my memories from the moon sugar in the air.
Okay, I think we're going on a trip. Oh, and I'm blind now. Hidden Moon Crypts. Long ago in the early first era, a nameless adept of the Hidden Moon wrote Truths Written in Sand, one of the first articulations of the Khajiit Pantheon. Ooh, look at this place. Hey, this is the house.
This is beautiful.
This is
We stand in the meditation
oh, what's the name of the
chamber
house?
the Hidden Moon Temple, as it was in my youth.
Oh, the Lunar Champion.
Tamit, you will guide us.
Well, the lobby of it.
Touch
Anyway.
the light of memory when you wish to proceed.
Oh, is that you? That's a younger you?
Here he is, my former partner. Rise, Zereth Var. I finally found you a partner you might actually be able to work with. Meet Ravith.
Moon Singer Talbira. You bring me another one. I told you. No more pretty voices that
necklace.
turn tail as soon as we set foot in the darkness. Never watch your past self if you can avoid it, Tamit.
Oh.
Ah, I see. The cat who walks only at night thinks everyone else fears the dark.
Look at her cool piercings.
I see why you wish to pass into another Talbira. Do they keep him here because it is the only place in the temple large enough for his big head? Ha! I knew you would make a perfect match. If you do not kill each other, you will be Tamiti in no time.
We will see about that. Let us hear this song of yours then, Ravith. And that was how I met Moonsinger Ravith.
Not how I met your mother?
You have now seen how I first met Ravith. It was an inauspicious start.
And when did this happen?
When I was still a young student with much to learn. It was the practice of the Hidden Moon to partner their adepts with Moonsingers. Talbira was mine until she was late in her years. Others were chosen for me, but none lasted. Not until Ravith.
And why is that?
Few can bear to walk the path of the Hidden Moon, where we have little comfort aside from faith. Ravith came from nothing, feared nothing. Her faith in Azura filled her with the same fire that filled me. When you are ready, let us move on.
I'm ready. Oh. Desert Wooden Caverns. These extensive subterranean halls date back to the early First Era, time of Darlok Bray, the golden beast who conquered all of Enequina. Oh. Similar, but different.
Ha! Look at the size of this place. Is this a training session?
Just so. Years passed, and Ravith and I bonded deeply. With that depth came darkness. No more practice today, Ravith. Let us rest.
Not yet. One more try. My song will work, Thamur. Raise the construct.
It was not advised for Rithanti and Hadalit, singer and adept, to share such bonds. We did not listen. As you wish, Ravith. Sing for me.
Oh, I have that as a target golem.
When all others
or
forsake me.
dummy.
Ravith sang. It contained a rhythm, an undertone we both knew well.
Whoa.
The bones, the soul, you destroyed them. They are completely gone. Ravith, what was that song?
I prayed for strength and it just came to me. It was meant to protect you.
Oh, she's...
We both heard it then. The drums of the bent dance.
Uh-oh.
Azura commands that we love ourselves. We cannot resist who we are, what we feel, but emotions that fill us so completely invite the void to creep in. You just saw the first time Ravith channeled that darkness and opened a door for Namira.
You loved her too, didn't you? Then why didn't that door open for you too?
Of course. We were so filled with love, with music, that I feared losing her, just as she feared losing me. But while my training armored my soul, it could not save Ravith. Namira coaxed her into the dark, taking her heart one piece at a time.
How did she do that?
She convinced Ravith that if Azura knew we loved each other more than we loved her, she would never let us be together. I prayed for help, begged, but there was nothing to be done. Azura cannot help those that do not want to be saved.
And that's when Ravith became Ravith Morna?
I will show you. And Krinzi. This is the part that may be the most difficult for her to see. And for me. Are you ready?
Yep. Adeptorium. Wait, this isn't Northern Elsewhere, isn't it?
This is Starhaven Adeptorium. Dark moons. So many dead.
The work of a voice both great and terrible. Touch the light of memory and you will see.
Ravith. She's fallen to the darkness.
Fallen so far and so quickly. I was helpless to stop it. And I was ill prepared to see to her end.
That's not what I wanted. This one.
Ravith is too powerful. My song weakens. Zereth, you must act now. I am sorry, Zereth. There is no one else. In Azura's name, reclaim your blade and end this.
Do not make me kill you, Ravith. Please.
Our hearts beat as one, Zirif. What will it do to you if you turn your blade upon me?
Zereth, you must strike now!
I am sorry. Besha Ansi. Enough! I cannot stand to see this happen
Oh,
again.
you do have a darkness in you. You've got a void.
I am sorry, Tamit. I cannot continue this ritual. The pain of this memory, it burns like a wound reopened. Please, do not ask me to continue.
What did we just see, Zareth?
Ravith gave in to Namira and became the first Rajaska. She stalked the other moon singers at Starhaven Adaptorium, bent them to join her chorus. Any of the hidden moon that opposed her, she slaughtered them. All but moon singer Talbira and me.
Then how did you stop her?
My former partner was strong. With Azura's aid, she created a song to ensnare even the Rajaska. She ordered me to take up my sword, and I... the pain. I can speak of this no more. Please,
did you...
Tamit, abandon this ritual.
Did you kill her instead of... Oh. Did you kill your old partner instead of the Rajaska lady?
Oh, we have left the memories. Oh, Azura be praised.
I could not witness anymore. Talk to Krinzi, Tamit.
Back at the trading post, I thought Zereth's concern was misplaced, but now... Oh, I am glad he ended that last memory where he did. I feel shaken. Cold. Like we just saw the face of Namira herself.
From what we did see, do you have any idea what we should do next?
From what we saw, Ravith Morna was just as powerful then as she is now. But Moonsinger Talbira used a song to hold her in place. A song strong enough to hold the first Rajaska. If I could somehow learn that song.
Do the Twilight Canners have any record of it?
If we did, it would be nothing but dust now. Most Moonsinger songs were purged following the Riddle Thar epiphany. But there is a place in Rimmon Necropolis.
Of course.
The tomb of the Moonsingers. Perhaps we could speak with Talbira herself there.
Okay.
Zereth can invite forward the dead, yes? If he calls forth Moonsinger Talbira, she could share her song with me. A song that can hold fast even the first Rajaska. We have to do something to save the other Twilight Cantors. This could be it.
Let's see what Zareth thinks.
An interesting idea, Krinzi. Talbira rests in the crypts at Rimka.
Where are you going?
Here, Azura guides our path to those halls. Let us depart.
Okay. This one's also a rather... Well, actually, this one's not a hard public dungeon at all. This one's actually one of the easier ones. Off to the right. Okay.
My Moonclaw. It senses Daedra and
There must be
unquiet
someone who
undead.
can get rid of you and help you.
Oh, wait.
The tomb is much deeper in, to the east.
I was all
We
backwards.
will carve a path for you, Krinzi.
Oh, all
Zaviba
right.
can live with your
Azura guide
constant
you
blowing,
both.
but not your constant talking.
Oh, I don't want to engage with the group event. It's not that hard. It takes a while. Okay, so he does like when you kill undead. Good to know. I haven't been keeping an eye. Have I gotten any soul gems?
Evil never sleeps of its own accord.
I have to get a soul gem. It's a 10%, and I've killed more than 10 enemies. Really? What are the odds of this? Why is it not... That's weird. Is the boss... No, this is just a regular... Oh, there! Okay, I got one. Okay, so passive, it doesn't count. Good, good, good. Okay, so that means he is a very good... Oh.
There is the door
companion.
to the crypt, now that it is safe.
Oh.
I sense no ill will ahead. These remains are undisturbed. Thank Azura.
This quest's also very long. Jesus. Oh. What? Oh, this place is large. Oh. Can I not? Okay. How about this way then? Cinerarium.
Moonsinger Talbira. Find her remains, Tamit, and I can invite her forward.
Here rests Talbira, master, mother, daughter, mentor. Her song, the bane of Rajaska. Her soul, a beacon of Azura's light. May her path to the crossing pass unbending. May her voice echo forever in the sands behind the stars. I'm guessing this is it here. Is it a Cerarium and is... Oh!
My head! Such pain!
Why did she get possessed?
What is happening? Moonsinger Talbira, I saw her spirit and then... the pain. I did not imagine it, did I? Her spirits collided with mine.
I'm not sure. You screamed in pain. Are you injured?
No, the pain only lasted a moment and then it passed. But I do feel strange. Like remembering something I never knew I forgot. Like the song. Talbira's song.
So she possessed you to put the song in your brain?
Bright moons. I can hear it.
I don't understand.
Moonsinger Talbira taught it to me. Or rather, she does not need to. She is here. She has always been here. She... Wait. Do you feel that? Something is coming.
That doesn't sound good.
A rising darkness.
Zelgo.
Do you feel it? Oh no. Izolgo? No! Cantor Izolgo has fallen.
Crinzy, use this portal. Go! We will deal with Izalgo Morna.
Hey, I think you need to return that so... Okay, it's fine.
Ravith Morna sends her regards. I bear a dirge for Zerethvar and all who stand beside him.
Crinzy safely departed. That is what matters most. Find peace in Azura's embrace.
Oh, right. He purifies them.
Let us follow Crinzy through the portal. I sent her to the first safe place I could think of.
The moon. Actually, that's not an outrageous thing with the Khajiit. Where are we?
Thank Azura!
Oh.
I was about to come after you. I know Talbira's song. I could have helped.
Izago's soul is at peace. Save your voice for when we face Ravith Morna.
Oh, Izalgo. My poor friend. May his voice join the chorus of our brothers and sisters in the sands behind the stars. In a way, his disappearance led us to Moonsinger Talbira. Oh, I wish he was still here. I have so much I want to tell him.
What happened to you at the necropolis?
Moonsinger Talbira's spirit entered my soul. I am still seeing so very much. Glimpses of a life I do not recognize. From an age I never knew. And I hear it. Talbira's song. As though I have known it my whole life.
So Moonsinger Talbira possessed you?
This is like no possession. At least, not one I have ever seen. It is hard to tell where she ends and I begin now. She does not seek to control me, just teach me. She gives freely of her songs, her knowledge, and a message.
What message?
Forgiveness cannot abide when truth festers in shadow. Oh, I shall have to meditate on her meaning. Perhaps it is a mindset I can use to practice Talbira's song. You should speak to Zereth, Walker. I think he has need of his Tamid. My soul and that of Moonsinger Talbira's, are they the same now? Am I her? Is she me? I would ask to travel with you and Zereth, but I have so much to figure out now. So much to practice and learn.
You sure you're alright?
You know me, yes? You need to trust me right now. I am an exorcist. I know the signs of dark spirits. The things the void whispers, tempting us into darkness. I sense nothing like that from Talbira.
Has she shown you anything else?
It's hard for her to show me anything right now. And yet, I can't shake the feeling that our souls are deeply connected. I'll have to go looking for myself. Remembering things from a life I didn't know I lived is very strange.
Are you reincarnated or something? You're taking this very well.
I am a bit overwhelmed, but with your help, we have found a song that can stop Ravith Morna. And I've made a deep connection with one of my ancient sisters. I am awed by the grace of Azura, and ready to sing.
What was Talbira's message again?
Forgiveness cannot abide while truth festers in shadow. Mysterious, isn't it? There must be some reason for shrouding her exact meaning from me. I'm eager to discover it for myself.
What do you think it means?
It certainly feels as if it has something to do with Sereth and Ravith Morna. He works to forgive and redeem fallen souls. Perhaps some truth must still be revealed before he can forgive her for what she's done.
Huh. What's next?
I know Talbira's song. Now I need to practice. I'll also see if I can teach it to other Twilight Cantors. I just hope nobody asks too many questions about how I learned it. Especially the Inquisitors.
What will you tell the Inquisitors if they end up questioning you?
That I wrote the song myself. If Talbira's soul has been reborn in me, well, that's not really a lie, is it? I won't mention you and Zereth. Don't worry.
The spirit of Moonsinger Talbira, reborn into Cantor Crinzy, returned to this plane, just as I was, as Ravith Morna was. Azura's purpose for me becomes more clear, and yet more fraught as well.
The message that Moonsinger Talbira gave Crinzy, do you know what it means?
Forgiveness cannot abide when truth festers in shadow. Yes, I am certain I understand Talbira's message. But Crinzy does not. Strange. Perhaps the Moonsinger still has things to teach our Cantor. She will understand soon enough.
Can you explain it to me?
I tried, Tamid, I truly did. With you at my side, I thought I was ready to confront my past. But the pain... I was wrong. I am sorry. But Azura has given us a path forward. Talbira is here, lending us her song. So it was not for nothing.
How does that help us?
Talbira's song was powerful enough to hold Ravith Morna, to drown out her voice, Ravith has forsaken Azura. But perhaps we might yet persuade her to return to the light. Of course, Crinzy will need time to practice before that day comes.
And we'll need to find Ravith more now.
We explored my past and rediscovered Talbira's song. Azura will guide us to confront these shadows when the time is right. For now, let us leave Crinzy to practice in peace. You and I can continue to build our strength, so we are ready to strike. I received an interesting summons, Tamit, sent by High Cantor Viti, who has been advising the Inquisitors that sent assassins against us. The one who mistrusts my necromancy. She wants us to visit her at a camp just southwest of Palat.
Did she say why?
She did not. My hope is the High Cantor finally sees that we have a common enemy. More likely this is a trap. I do not wish to step into it unprepared, and I would like to avoid bloodshed if possible. It would hardly be a fair fight. For them.
How do you want to approach the meeting?
I would like to talk to Cantor Crinzy first. Get her insight into High Cantor Viti's motives, and ensure Crinzy remains safe. I sent Jock to lead her to Dune, in Reaper's March. Will you join me, Tamit?
Yeah.
Jock will find our little moon singer, and lead her to a safe location outside Dune. I would worry about danger on the road, but Crinzy has proven quite adept at moving like a shadow. All the same, let us not keep her waiting too long.
Before we go, can I ask?
Most certainly. Seeking knowledge keeps our minds as sharp as our blades.
Okay, I'm not going to do these reviews.
What would you like to know?
His quests are so long. What are your thoughts on our travels together, Zareth?
It is a joy to find purpose in this world at your side, Tamit. My soul is made lighter by our deeds in service to others. If I am distracted of late, it is because I cannot help but ponder the message Moonsinger Talbira last imparted to us. She said forgiveness cannot abide, while truth festers in shadow. I suspect I know what truth she speaks of, but finding the words to tell this truth to the one who needs to hear it is no small task.
Why's that?
You keep me honest, Tamit. You recall that I had to stop the ritual of memory when Talbira asked me to raise my blade against Ravith Morna. Reliving that pain was physical somehow. It is that same pain that halts me now.
Pain is stopping you from revealing the truth, even to me?
Our partnership is precisely why I do not seek to probe the depths of this agony. Tamit move as twin moons. Both of us will be needed to stop Ravith Morna, yes? I will confront this truth in time, but not while this battle looms before us.
Okay, we're going to Dune. Over here. Huh. Well, this quest line hasn't had... I guess it has the houses all nearby it, but doesn't have any of the way shrines. There's a way shrine
with the wind.
Literally right there, so... Interesting. Maybe it was just a big coincidence.
Over here, Tamiti.
Little
Thank you
ghost
for
cat.
meeting us, Jareth Auntie. Tamit, you know what we
I can
say.
pet?
Speak while I keep watch.
I can pet the ghost cat. That's awesome.
Oh, how sweet to see this little spirit cat again. Jock, yes? We should keep this reunion brief, Walker. The Inquisitors see you as the cause of the Rajoska outbreak. They have forbidden all contact. At the urging of High Cantor Viti, perhaps.
That's what we wanted to ask you about. High Cantor Viti asked me to meet with Zareth and me.
She did? And you suspected trap? The Viti that served as my mentor would never lure someone in like that. Even someone she considered an enemy. But things have certainly changed in our time apart. Where did she suggest you meet?
At a camp.
Pollet? The town just west of here? Listen, Inquisitors are not known for their subtlety. If this meeting is really a trap, their presence would not be difficult to spot. I suggest you ask around Pollet and see what people are talking about.
Okay.
I would accompany you to Pollet if I could, but I should keep my distance. It will only spell trouble if we're spotted together by the Inquisitors. In the meantime, Jock can keep me company, yes?
Anything else we should know?
Oh, High Cantor. Such titles these Inquisitors inflicted upon us. BT always said it didn't matter what they called us, or what fancy uniforms they made us wear. She said we were all facing the same enemy, so we had to work together.
Didn't Zareth say something similar to her?
Just so. She is not used to others standing up to her like that. I would have myself, but I never had reason to. Until Zareth came along. Viti has a good heart, Walker. It saddens me to see her led astray by the Inquisitors.
How's the song coming along?
I am close to getting Talbira's song just right. She feels like a part of me I never knew was there. But the Inquisitors keep us busy. Be glad you have not been pressed into service. Still, I wish I could tell Viti about it. I miss her guidance.
She doesn't sound like a very good
Jock
guide.
will alert us if you run into any... Ha!
Oh, sorry, I interrupted your monologue. When you say, oh, it is just right here. Pa'alat. 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 Rice pilaf. Okay. Is this the, like, carnival
Rahab,
town? No.
Tommy. Let us speak before we question the townsfolk.
Okay, what you got?
There is something on my mind, Tamit. Crinzy remains in sympathy to our cause, and for that I am thankful. But only now do I see that course might divide her from her order. Our influence may be isolating her.
You mean from High Cantor?
Indeed. Though much can be said for our efforts in her favor, we are far from suitable replacements for a mentor. It can be troubling to lose such a figure in one's life. And to be alone in difficult times leaves room for the darkness to creep in.
What about Moonsinger Talbira's spirit?
Talbira's spirit? I see. You mean as a replacement mentor for Crinzy? I had not thought about such a possibility. Her spirit now resides in Crinzy, which I still find hard to believe. And I never saw the dead as much consolation for the living.
Then what do you suggest we do for Cantor Crinzy?
Whatever we discover in Palat, we must do what we can to mend the rift between Crinzy and Viti. Forgiveness. That is the business of my order. If it were easy, the world would never have needed the Hidden Moon.
Alright, let's talk about find out more though.
You prove yourself a blessing from Azura, Tamit. You take the lead on questioning the Palat townsfolk. Even after all our travels together, I am still learning how to talk to people of this age.
Any thoughts on what I should ask?
We need to learn if the Inquisitors have a presence in or around Palat, and if so, are they in league with the High Cantor? I advise not asking this too directly. Let the townsfolk do most of the talking, and see what gossip flows from their lips.
You got it. You just hanging out in the water?
Come to bathe in Palat's cool waters too, stranger. Give me a moment to finish my ablution. I was told it was imperative that I do so quickly.
Why?
You will never believe this. She was a Twilight Cantor. She was so aloof and mysterious. I gave her food and coin like you're supposed to. Asked a bit about what brought her to our little town.
What'd she say?
Thankfully, she wasn't here to perform an exorcism. Said she was here to meet someone. Seemed rather tense. A long-lost love, perhaps. Anyway, she told me to wash away any lingering darkness for my own good and ran off.
Interesting. How about you, large one?
Hey, If you're here about the altercation, I did not see a thing.
What do you mean?
The Twilight Cantor. She yelled at the courier that followed her. Maybe not a courier, who can say? But she was very angry, made quite a scene. He gave her a message, and she barely glanced at it before she tore into that poor cat.
What was she angry about?
I knew you were going to ask that. I heard them arguing, but did not understand a word of it. You want my advice. Walk away, and keep your business in your own sand.
Interesting. Well, it doesn't sound like the Inquisitors are here.
Hey, Five Claw. Spare some gold for a humble Khajiit trying to get out the pallet.
Why do you want to leave?
It's hard enough to get by. And now there's talk of a Twilight Cantor coming through town. A bad omen, if you ask Felaga. Are the shadows so long we need an exorcist to cast them out? This one has no wish to stay and find out.
Did you see the Cantor yourself?
No, but a courier asked this one if she had seen a Cantor wandering about. Worse, they said something about Cantors falling to the bent dance. Is such a thing possible? If so, this is all the more reason to flee.
Did the courier say why they were looking for the Cantor?
What does any courier want? To see their message delivered. Well, either this one delivered the message and the Cantor dropped it, or the courier gave it up and cast it aside. I found this scroll lying in the dust. The courier's message, yes.
Oh. Where is it? Oh.
The Inquisitors seek to blame Viti for failing to stop the Rajaska? Come, we must hurry to the meeting place southwest of town.
Huh. Wow, you guys really suck. I guess no region is safe from prejudiced jerkwads.
There, the High Cantor. Wait, I sense someone else approaches. Quickly, find a place to hide.
Are you in here with me?
Show yourself, Inquisitor. Appear, and let's be done with this.
Bold, High Cantor. Few invoke the Inquisition so casually.
Grand Inquisitor Arsalan, to what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Come now, Viti. You must have received the summons. Your protege, Krinzi. She consorts with heretics. Tell me where to find her.
I do not keep track of every Cantor's comings and goings. Beyond that, I have nothing else to say to the Inquisition.
Nope, we gotta interrupt.
Very well. I do so enjoy hunt the heretics. Here, creatures of darkness seek to strike from the shadows. Two can play at that game. Wait and see.
You could not wait until that Muskars had gone?
You knew we were here? Well, you did invite us, High Cantor. You wish to speak? Then let us do so.
Why could you not keep hidden until that dull claw had departed?
Oh.
You have given him more to use against
My
us.
storage filled.
Know that
What do you mean my
this one
storage
summoned
filled?
You here to make amends and...
Oh.
Grand Inquisitor Arsalan saw you. We must talk fast.
Okay, hold on. Why does it say... I got 700 gigabytes left. What are you talking about? Let me restart that. I forgot this was a problem with this program. Or was it that it can't record that long? Okay, we good? We back? Alright, if we continue, this video's so long, perhaps you should explain, High Cantor. Oh, whoops, sorry. Yeah.
This one's fear of necromancy blinded her to the Hidden Moon's true calling. Viti now wishes to see Zareth Var's powers of redemption with her own eyes. In exchange for this service, Viti is prepared to offer information of value to you.
What sort of information?
This one will share everything the Inquisition knows about the Rajaska. You seek their leader, Ravith Morna, yes? Viti knows the den where she lairs. If you agree to this, let us meet in Orcrest in northern Elsewhere.
Of course, the other public dungeon.
We need not go to Orcrest. I will happily demonstrate my powers here. And once you reveal where to find Ravith Morna, we can end
No, she wants something
Rajaska
specific from
threat.
Orcrest.
No, Hadelit. It must be Orcrest. Wait, someone approaches.
When do you plan to make amends with your former Sahida, High Cantor?
Crinzy, this one hoped you were far from the reach of the Inquisitors. Please, Sahida, let us speak.
A promising reunion. Let us give them a moment.
Well, this is a nice turn.
Thank you for handling that, Tamit. I might have said something that would cause more harm than good. I'm curious about this change of heart and request to witness my skills. But if she seeks to make amends with Crinzy, I will listen.
Why do you think she had a change of heart?
Does it matter? My order deals.
We already had a
in
betrayal in the
forgiveness.
last quest line.
Viti's fear fed her dislike of me, which only fed my own anger. The wheel keeps turning unless we stop it here. Another sign from Azura, yes? Our path leads to Orcrest.
It sure does. Why there, though?
In my age, the city's bazaar was a jewel in the scar of Aniquina. Streets packed with caravans that spilled into the desert. In this time,
Well, it's a plague
I
tomb.
anticipate the worst. Viti insisted she witness my powers there. Whatever the reason, we must be vigilant.
Okay.
Now, if all the talking is done, let us get to Orcrest.
You surpassed the need for this one's tutelage long ago, Crinzy. Viti would be honored for you to teach her Talbira's song.
Why did she have
Then
the
we
sudden
will
change
face
of
these
heart?
troubles together as equals. But your guidance will always be appreciated.
She didn't get possessed by the other one, right? They wouldn't do two betray... There's a different loading screen than Orcrest normally has. Oh, because I guess it's in a weird instance version. Because you would have to otherwise own Elsewhere. People might not. No,
Our
it seems to
destination
be...
lies in the upper city, a
Oh
cellar
my god, on the
entrance
other
near
side of the whole
hall.
town?
That is our goal.
Cantors, remain here. I will open a portal with my moonclaw when we reach the cellar.
Okay.
You give me no choice.
All the way across the town. Please let this be it. She said she knows where the den is, so hopefully... You know what? I forgot. I've been fighting so much. I should probably use one of these. There we go. I'm hoping it's just a matter of do this thing she wants to see and then we go and deal with the thing. Because otherwise this is going to be like a 4-hour episode. That's long. That's too long. No need to yell. Well, this is the boss, which I don't want to fight. Just gonna run past everything. Don't make me go to where the Plague of Crows is, though. Oh, it's in that area at least, but it's not in the actual arena. Oh, there's so much. All right, this way. I love the screamy sound that the skulls make. Oh, maybe I just go like this? Okay.
I believe we have reached our destination.
Thank you, GPS.
Let us find a clear space so I can open a portal. This will work. Let me send for our Rithantin.
I love that it's a giant hand.
Yes, this is it. Viti remembers these halls. Come, quickly.
Why?
Viti, wait! This way, my friends.
What's... Alright, what's gonna be the M. Night Shyamalan twist? What are we doing? Oh, this sure looks like a boss fight.
Everything is just as it was.
Viti, please, tell us why you brought us here.
Whose remains are those?
Years ago, these halls served as quarantine in times of plague and famine. Those who suffered from physical or spiritual illness were locked away, forgotten. Like this one sister, Aoife.
Oh.
Her remains are there, where she fell.
Your sister was ill and died in quarantine?
This one was away when the plague struck. Aoife sought dark magic to resurrect those we lost. It was a desperate bargain. From that desperation came the pull of the bent dance. By the time this one returned, it was too late for her songs to save her.
She became a Dramathra?
No. Viti killed her before she fully turned. Otherwise, the Song of Banishment would see her soul lost forever. Viti thought it was a mercy, done out of love. But after all these years, this one knows Aoife is lost, unable to reach Azura's crossing.
And that's why Xerath is here.
Xerath's methods cleanse and purify. They do not destroy. This one asks that he invite forth Aoife's spirit. Let this one try to make amends, for her sake as much as mine. This is how his gift from Azura works, yes? Will he help Viti?
That's what Xerath does.
Do not discount your own role in this, friend of Zerethvar. He takes his guidance from you. This one is sorry for her part in your troubles. Viti's rejection of Xerath's necromancy, Viti was reminded of poor Aoife. An explanation, but no excuse.
So because of what happened with Aoife, you immediately saw Xerath as a threat.
This one watched her sister fall to necromancy. Viti saw Xerath's pull on the dead as no different than what got Aoife killed. Krinzi is like a sister to Viti now. Seeing his influence over her, this one feared a repeat of those dark events.
Tell me more about the bent dance.
The bent dance is a rhythm felt in the soul when one has strayed too far from the joy of life by circumstance. Khajiit hear it as part of the duality of our nature. You have fought your share of Dromathra by now. They are the end result.
Dromathra are part of the duality of the souls of Khajiit?
Think of the moons. They have faces that are light and faces that are shadowed. Khajiit also have two faces. Most only ever wear their face of light, but with rage or anguish, a rhythm calls us to wear our shadowed face. That is the bent dance.
And once Khajiit hear the bent dance, they always become Dromathra?
Songs of the Twilight Cantors can help those who hear the bent dance reject it, if we are quick enough. But a living soul that listens to the bent dance for too long falls beyond our reach. Xerath claims the fallen are not lost to him. We shall see.
Aoife has been dead for some time. Tamit, aid me in dispelling the darkness that clouds her path. She needs a clear invitation to come forth.
Oh. Okay.
Good.
Touch the
Once more.
scary stuff.
One final time. Aoife, across paths of dawn and dusk, we call to you. Her spirit flows toward the light. She is nearly in reach. Let me...
Heretical prayer, apostasy, and necromantic ritual. I have seen enough.
Stand back, Cantors. Tamit, there is no reasoning with him. We must fight.
Okay.
My inquisitors reported you heretics are powerful. But you fail.
No! Did the Grand Inquisitor banish Aoife?
His might was physical, not spiritual.
Oh.
Aoife is near.
Okay, so...
Mother of Twilight, deliver us this soul lost on the way to
Good
your
fight,
crossing.
idiot.
Let us return her to you, with a heart as new as dawn.
Aoife. This one is so sorry she wasn't there. And for what she did. This one lacked the strength to guide your spirit out of darkness. This one failed you.
It seems you have the strength now. Forgive yourself, little sister, as I forgive you.
Oh, I guess you're all waiting on me.
Eva, it is really her. Radiant. Healed. Forgiven. Zerethvar is remarkable. This one apologizes for acting as she did against you. Viti thought all cats that fell to the bent dance were lost forever. That is all this one has ever known.
Now you need to share what the Inquisition learned about Rajaska and their lair.
Not only will Viti tell you, but Viti will be at your side when you face this threat. The Inquisitors have not been able to check the spread of Rajaska, but they did discover the location of the den of Ravith's chorus.
Is that where we can find Ravith Morna? Where is it?
Within a shrine to Namira, deep in the wilds of northern Elsewhere.
The Predator Mesa? Really?
Predator Mesa. Ravith
Off to the
Morna
west.
leads her fallen cantors in lamentation. Dark songs of unknown purpose. Can you silence her?
Let me talk with Zareth.
Aoife forgives Viti. She is at peace. But there is something else. She has something for you.
What?
Twilight's blessings, Tamiti. We must speak.
Okay.
I will...
I searched for so long in the dark, and was pulled along a bent and twisting path. Then you and Zerith Var guided me back to the light. Thank you. But others will face paths worse than mine, unless you put an end to Ravith Morna.
Explain.
Spirits who seek Azura's crossing. We hear the songs of Ravith's chorus echo from Nurni, the rising song of those bent to join her dirge. We lose our way, and even in death, the void calls. Ravith's songs, they are a summoning.
I don't understand.
Ravith calls forth a hunter, a moon beast to prey upon the spirits on the paths to the crossing. It will hunt them, pull them screaming into the void. No songs can reach them there. If she succeeds, no one thereafter will ever enter Azura's embrace.
We'll find a way to stop her.
The sands behind the stars. I can feel them calling to me now. Azura opens her arms to me. I have never felt such peace. Viti bid you save my soul, Volker. Now, I beg that you keep the crossing open, so that hers can reach it one day.
What do you think, Zareth?
This is more dire than I realized. But we know their location, and we have Talbira's song. We must act now.
Big hand.
A den of darkness hides beneath the dunes of Elsewhere, and now we know its location. Predator Mesa. We have everything we need. Twilight Cantors, Talbira's song, the element of surprise. We must use this opportunity and move at once.
You have a plan?
We must attack with everything we have. Summoning a moon beast from the Mira's void takes time, but we have no idea how close Ravith Morna is to succeeding. She only grows stronger and bends more to join her dark chorus, while we delay.
Aren't Crinzy and Viti vulnerable to the song?
Crinzy knows the song of Moonsinger Talbira, which will bind Ravith Morna, and Viti insisted on coming. She can protect Crinzy, while you and I silence Ravith's chorus. This is the chance to finally redeem myself. Are you ready, Tamit?
Yeah. Okay, let's go. The land of hunters.
We will search to the east for the entrance to this shrine. Cantors, Jock will stay with you. If he senses danger, I will use the moon claw to gather you.
Man, that thing really holds a charge. It's like a Green Lantern ring. It just needed its battery. That looks like death. Don't go down that way. Okay.
Ravith Mona. She is here. Beneath us. I sense her presence. Alfajna. Is this really happening?
You seem surprised?
Forgive my haste, Tamit. I hoped if we moved quickly enough, we could outrun my thoughts about all this. Dispatching the shadow that resides in Ravith. In doing so, we will deliver her from this world for good.
You've struggled with it in the past. Are you going to be able to do this, Zareth?
I certainly feel stronger with you here. But I allowed doubt to catch up with me. There is the matter of forgiveness. If Ravith wants it. If Azura accepts it. And who am I with all my misdeeds weighing upon me to deliver it?
Isn't that the reason Azura sent you back?
Is it so simple a reason as my own redemption? It leaves so many questions. But they do not matter now. I have you. We have our cantors. They have Talbira's song. It is time to face this darkness. I have waited long enough.
Then I'm with you.
We are fortunate to have won the trust of 2 Twilight Cantors. To have them singing for us now, when they are at such risk. But we must keep them safe. Let us enter this shrine to Namira, and call for them only when their songs are needed.
Okay, boss. Translation of strange inscription. Bend with me, O singer, as night falls after day. Take my hand and follow, for we all the same in the dark. Oh, we're fighting? Chorus nullifier? Doesn't that imply that you nullify a chorus and not that you nullify us? Oh, that's the translation. Oop, the lag. The lag helped me that time. The screamy skulls. I'm so happy I put that on instead of the bolts or whatever it was. So much funnier.
Azura, give us strength.
I guess this way. So, are we fighting? Is his only a 3-part story? No, can't be.
Chorus of the Rajas Kajar, your dark ritual ends now!
You are early, Thamur. You and your false moon follower cannot be allowed to interfere.
False moon follower?
Twin shadows, make prey of these trespassers.
Oh, Samarathas, the Sench versions. There's also the horse version, which I can't remember the name of.
You cannot defeat me, Thamur. Your weapons, your hidden moon prayers, they are not strong enough to stop me.
Perhaps not by ourselves, but we are not alone. Cantor Crinzy, the song, now!
Right!
Oh.
This song, this power, Moon Singer Talbira, is it really you?
Do not listen. Dispel the void energy, Tamit.
Isn't this familiar? Talbira's song. Zirith ready to strike. Remember what happened next, Thamur. Our hearts beat as one, Zirith. What will it do to you if you turn your blade upon me?
Zereth, you must strike now!
I am sorry. Besha
Oh, he did do it.
Zereth! No!
Focus, Crinzy! Do not let your song falter!
Too late! She has escaped!
Oh, she's becoming a
Tell me
Germothra.
it is not true. Tell me you did not turn your blade on Moonsinger Talbira.
Crinzy, I could not find
Her
the
soul
words.
is my soul. Her pain, her betrayal, her hatred. It lives in me.
Crinzy, hear my voice! Do not let this darkness bend you! Come with Viti, sister. Let her songs calm your spirit. Tamiti, do not follow us. Wait to hear from us, yes?
Let us leave this place, Tamit. I have much to confess.
Oh. Ooh, where were we? This is a new day, new recording. That was going on so long I literally had to break. Speaking of breaking, I forgot just how bad the Logitech recording software was. I need to find an alternative if I do this again. Or figure out how to do the two-source recording thing for OBS and with two separate outputs. I don't know that you can do that reasonably. Anyways.
My great misdeed. Finally pulled from the shadow and cast into the light of day. Moon Singer Talbira, my friend, my partner, she asked me to strike down Ravith Morna, but I had not the strength to do it. So I turned my blade on Talbira instead.
But really, why?
Why? For the same reason Viti killed her sister. I was afraid of losing Ravith. Forever. If she refused Azura's redemption, our souls would never meet at the crossing. I was not strong enough to accept that. Not then. So I struck at Talbira instead.
Yeah, how did you actually explain her death?
Ravith Morna escaped. Everyone believed she had killed Talbira. I could not admit my guilt, so I remained silent. I was never able to compel Ravith back from the shadows. I died at her hands. According to that tablet, she met her end that day too.
Why didn't you at least tell Cantor Crinzy?
Talbira and Crinzy share a soul now. She taught Crinzy her song. I thought perhaps she made other things known as well. I have no further excuse beyond cowardice, Tamit. If this was a test from Azura, I have surely failed. I am sorry.
You sure have, bud. Enough about the past. How do you make this right?
I must
Ooh,
atone
look, he's got a
for my
fancy
acts
scroll.
of betrayal, both ancient and recent. At least we gained an ally in the High Cantor, and we learned Ravith Morna's true intentions. Give me another chance, Tamid, and through our partnership, I will find the wisdom to fix this. Something is in the wind, Tamid. Can you sense it? A song? A scent? No. A memory. From well before I was interred, Canarthi's breath bears a secret missive from the twilight. My moonclaw pulls, like someone taking my hand. I am being summoned.
To where?
Jean Laj Kenarthi.
Hey.
Kenarthi's rise. It fell to ruin during my time. I expect it is ruined still. Perhaps we will find something there to help us defeat Ravith Morna, to keep her from waking her moon beast and putting all Khajiit's souls in peril.
Where's Canarthi's rise?
There was a passage into the mountains from Weeping Wind Cave in Reaper's March. Difficult to find, even in my day. I am determined to redeem myself and see an end to Ravith Morna. This path feels right. Will you come with me?
I was so
Tamid?
confused because I was thinking of Canarthy's Roost, which is one of the starting zones. I was like, how does a tunnel take you there? It's an island. No, this is Canarthy's Rise.
Canarthy's Rise was ancient, even in my age. I trained there as a young adept of the Hidden Moon. It lies in the southwest reaches of Reaper's March. I wonder if I will even recognize it after all this time.
The summons you feel. Tell me more.
You have seen how the Moonclaw works. Not only does it focus my power, it senses the presence of creatures of darkness like the Rajaska. But Azura has also used it on occasion to lead me to where I am needed. At least, that is what I believe.
What should I know about Canarthy's Rise?
I visited the place early in my journey to walk the path of the Hidden Moon. Mahadalit, new adepts, were brought there to study the arts and prayers of the Order. In my time, it was an ancient place of learning.
And why would the Moonclaw lead you there?
The events
Still
at
recording, right?
Namira's shrine scatter my thoughts like sand in a strong wind. But this feels right. Something there will aid us in our quest to stop Ravith Morna. Some sort of lesson, perhaps. Or a revelation from Azura.
Still no word
One
from...
can only hope.
Sorry. Still no word from the Cantors?
Not since we parted ways at the Namira Shrine. The revelation of my actions, what I did to Moonsinger Talbira, it sent poor Crinzy into darkness toward the Bent Dance. The High Cantor said to wait until she sent for me. So far, no word.
I don't really need to be reminded, but...
We had Ravith Mona's location, and we had Moonsinger Talbira's song. I thought we had everything we needed to end the Rajaska threat. But I was wrong.
And why didn't it work?
Must I say it again, Tamid? Ravith Mona revealed the truth from my past that I had kept hidden. That when Talbira commanded me to strike at Ravith, I instead turned the blade on her. Crinzy was devastated. The song faltered, and Ravith escaped.
Shouldn't we try to find Ravith?
We cannot defeat Ravith Morna and her chorus of Rajaska without the song known to Cantor Crinzy, or something else that will give us an advantage. That is what I hope awaits us at Canarthy's Rise.
Maybe we can beat her without the song.
Perhaps. But without a permanent solution, the Void would simply send her back at some future time, and the danger would rise again. No, we need to stop Ravith completely. The threat to all Khajiit souls posed by this moon beast is just too great.
What happens if Ravith Morna successfully summons the beast?
Then every Khajiit soul, in search of Azura's crossing, will be hunted down and dragged into the Void. They would never know the peace of the sands behind the stars. Even now, Ravith Morna's chorus sings to summon the beast. We must silence them.
Okay. Where? Oh, there. Canarthy's Rise. Weeping Wind Cave. Okay. That way. Sounds even quieter. No, I guess it's about the same.
May the green keep you, traveler.
Okay. Weeping Wind Cave. Is Weeping Wind Cave an existing delve? Again, base zone stuff is so old. I can barely remember it. Oh, it is. So we're looking for a cave in the cave. Ooh, Hey, maybe I don't have crazy insane lag like yesterday. Oh, interesting. So I was wondering if my mouse doesn't get recorded, because it's on the middle of the screen there and it's not in the recording. Cool.
Grim totems. Our path to Canarthi's rise will not be uncontested. Search in the north, Tamit.
Is this a goblin-y place? No, it seems to just be bandits. Oh, they're werewolves. The wolf pack. I'm sure one of you is gonna... Yep, there it is. You know, I wonder what the other... Because there will be more companions. They've even said that. These are just the latest 2. I wonder if they would do 3... Wait, what? Oh, I went the wrong way. Maybe because we're still missing 3 races, they would do 3 companions in the next time they release them. Or more likely, we'll just have to wait 2 years to finish the whole set. I do wonder why they decided to go with another Khajiit, because they already... The existing Khajiit was already one of the strongest, like, character-wise companions. But I wonder... So we've had one of every class. Weapons are separate, armors are separate. And soul magic. So basically Talwyn, what was their name? I already forgot what their name was. Tenlorin. Wow, I completely blanked on the name. They're basically soul magic as a class with some Dragonite thrown in. I wonder what the other... I mean, I guess they would have to be repeats in some capacity, but I'm sure they'd try to be creative with it. This can't be any of the guilds. Those are all related to... You have to rank those up anyways. Maybe something... Maybe a character that uses, like, versions of Assault and Support? As a class? I could see them do something creative with that. And then... I don't know what else. They could... You know what they could do? Like, Oh, I didn't want to mess the boss, but, maybe a werewolf or vampire companion. The vampire one would be easier because they wouldn't have to be they don't have to transform, they can just use vampire skills. Werewolf would be a little harder though. Unless they were like mid werewolf, like Vicosa, or like what are they called? They're like werewolf lords, something like that, where they still look humanoid but they have feral aspects. Why did I do? I completely zoned out. But I could see that. That could be that's 3 characters right there. A warfare-based character, a vampire-based character, and a lycanthrope-based, basically. Not a werewolf. They could... Maybe their ultimate could be they quickly shift into a werewolf form and hit something and then shift back. But the rest of it would just be like feral swipes and stuff like that, which they could make it work if they wanted to. How do I actually get up there? So we still need a Nord, a Wood Elf,
Silence at last,
and an Orc.
there, through that break in the rocks.
I wonder who would be best. I imagine Nord would probably be best for... Actually, Nord could work for vampire or werewolf, really. Orc would do well for warfare.
To enter a place long dead and sense life. I believe. Yes, Cantor Crinzy is near.
Ooh. A werewolf or a lycanthrope wood elf. That's a cool one. Yeah, I would go with that. Why are you here?
Jarithanti. Crinzy. She cannot hear me. See if you can reach her, Tamit.
Well, she's doing that thing where they're about to become Dramathra.
Moonsinger Talbira.
Oh.
Tamiti, Azura beckons you to this place, just as she did this singing soul. This once proud sanctuary was left to ruin long ago. Bring it to order, and your path will be made clear.
Whatever you ask, Talbira, I am determined to make things right. Talbira appears and requests we restore this place to find our path. I failed her before. I will not fail her again. Does she seek to humble me? This place serves as yet another reminder of the mistakes I have made.
What happened here?
I failed to end the Rajaska threat. They attacked, senselessly striking down young Hadalit in the prime of their training. Deaths I could have prevented had I ended Ravith Morna. But why restore Kenarthi's rise? The hidden moon is dead. Gone.
Not all dead. You're still... Oh, are we restoring the order?
That is true. And despite everything, you are here with me. I suppose some lessons are only learned through action and ritual. If you are willing to help me, perhaps we can learn together. Let us explore this place and see what we can do.
Okay.
We'll return soon, Jarathanti. May Azura keep you safe.
Restore the rise. Huh. What do we have to do exactly? Just sanctify something?
The House of Scrolls. Wisdom scattered to the dirt. Let us see what knowledge we might salvage.
Scroll of Evensong by Moon Singer Bakari. Are our songs the blade or the arm that swings it? Is the distinction important? One can do little without the other. We are the same. It is different as dawn and dusk, as two notes in harmony. One cannot be without the other, and together they are something else entirely. Find beauty in your many differences. See yourself bonded by what makes you the same. Partnership. Find yourselves to be Tamiti. The Crescent Blade by Kago, Hadalit of the Hidden Moon. Even the most perfect instrument of Azura's making is not sharp enough to cut without one to wield it. Such is the duality of our kind, echoed in all things. The inner curve and the outer edge of the blade. The arm and the blade itself, dawn and dusk, Joan and Jode. What holds such duality in balance? Faith. A promise of guidance. There is beauty in our many phases of being. The myriad ways one soul may brighten or shadow another. We bend and we straighten ourselves, or we are straightened again by the careful hand of one who loves us, whether Azura or more likely those we call our friends. Okay, I found... Here, have some papers.
Cantor Takida. We tended to her soul in Claw's strike.
Oh, right.
Zereth Bar, falling star, last shadow of the hidden moon. Their word and creed live again in you. Remember this.
You're carrying on a legacy, bud. How do I actually speak to him? And the hit detection's a little funky.
Cantor Takida. The first Twilight Cantor we saw fall to Ravith Morna in Claw's strike. Moons. Our journey has been a long one. Her spirit said that the creed of the Hidden Moon lives in me. Am I truly fit to embody this charge?
What do you mean?
These scrolls were penned by those who understood the teachings of the Hidden Moon. The lessons inscribed are meant to take precedence over the whims of the heart. My struggle with such matters is why we are here now.
How else are you meant to learn if you can't make mistakes?
You are right. It is for Azura to determine if I am worthy to carry forward the teachings of the Hidden Moon into this age. To embody them and apply them. And to know that it is never too late to remember a forgotten creed. Thank you, Tamit.
You're welcome. Alright, and this one?
The armory. Blessings on these weapons have long since faded. We might restore them with moon sugar water, if we can find any. The old sacristy. Could there still be moon sugar water in these jars?
Wouldn't it be super stagnant?
The seal remains intact. This moon water should still carry Azura's blessing.
Have a sip.
Cantor Zeabi. Do you remember her from the Vile Manse?
Heed me, Zerisvar. A weapon that loses its edge can be restored. What of you?
What of you?
Cantor Zeabi fell to Ravith Morna's corruption in the Vile Manse. We arrived only in time to save her soul. She likens me to a sword that has lost its edge, but she is mistaken. I am no blade made blunt from overuse.
Then what are you?
Not the perfect implement of Azura that I once held myself to be. But to say I was ill-made by the Mother of Twilight, I would not hiss in her face so. I am flawed by my own actions, my choices in life.
You're right. Our choices define us, including your choice to quit here or keep going.
I suppose the heart of the Hidden Moon is redemption through service. No one is ever so lost that they cannot find their way back into Azura's embrace. We serve Azura in our actions now. Thank you for reminding me, Tamit.
Of course.
These bones belong to brothers and sisters of the Hidden Moon.
What bones?
They deserve better than to
these
bleach
bones.
in the sun.
I'll just scoop up an entire skeleton. Don't mind me.
Lay them here, Tamit. Let the turned earth receive their remains, as Azura receives their souls. A humble grave for those that lived humble lives. Sirdse hateni, sos rai traji, leswer vabe jesni, a tenar, vuskna, luvisna.
Okay. I wish I understood what most of that meant.
Cantor Rizalgo, we guided him in Rimmon Necropolis.
Minister to the dead, Zeredvar. But forget not the living. Forget not to tend to yourself.
Hope you're learning something from all this.
Curious. Cantor Rizalgo's words echo a parable of the Hidden Moon, of a necromancer who lived his entire life in cloister, devoted to Azura. When he died, she took his soul, and mourned the life he swore only to her.
Why?
The parable posits that those of the Hidden Moon who eschew the outside world can never truly help their fellow cats. We are meant to know the heights of joy, the depths of sorrow, and everything in between. What could Izalgo mean by quoting it now?
If Azura wants you to experience highs and lows, then you've lived just as she wants you to.
You are right. And not just my life before, but here, now, in my life with you. Finding my way out of darkness may serve to honor Azura. I will meditate on this. Thank you, Tamit.
You got it.
We restored what we could. Let us return to Crinzy and hope we made this place better than when we found it.
Admittedly, we didn't do much. We picked up some paper, we sprayed some water on a few weapons, and we buried some very long dead people.
These grounds are hallowed once more, Twin Moons. You repaired Kenarty's rise. Now, we repair the spirit. A revelation of forgiveness dawns on Crinzy. Heed her words now.
Serif,
Walker, I felt Azura call to you. I feared you might not answer.
Did you not experience any of that?
It is good to see you, my friends. I came here to commune with spirits, to find a path through the darkness. They taught me so much. Epiphanies on history, songs, and faith. And Zerith, has the truth dawned on him yet? Is he finally ready?
What?
Forgiveness. Not from me, or Talbira, or any of the Hidden Moon that once called this place home. Guilt is a wound on Zerith Var's heart. It ties him to Ravith Morna, and opens the door for the void to rush in. Do you see? He must let it go.
His guilt ties into Ravith Morna?
Why else would they both return now? Azura did not refuse Zerith's soul at the crossing. He held himself back. It is also clear to me now. Clinging to his guilt only serves Ravith Morna. Forgiving himself is the only way to close his wound.
So all we have to do to stop Ravith Morna is convince Zereth to forgive himself?
Far from the only thing. But the most important thing? Certainly. I think Azura cast him in your path for a reason. After all this time, if anyone can convince him to move on, it is you. Oh, have you seen Viti? She went to get the other cantors.
No, I was wondering where she was.
Viti brought me here. A good place to hide and dispel the darkness, yes? Talk to Zerith, Walker. His training keeps his soul from bending, but his guilt is an open wound to the void that Ravith Morna draws from. He must understand that to end her.
What about the trance you were in?
Trance? Oh, I was communing with the spirits. They reminded me that Azura wants us, her followers, to love ourselves. When we do not, it wounds her as it does us. Those wounds become doors to the void. I helped Moonsinger Talbira close that door.
Are you saying Moonsinger Talbira felt guilty too?
How do you think she felt? To ask her partner to kill the one he loved? After all, she introduced them. Zerith's heart is not the only one wounded by guilt, but he is the only one whose heart was so tightly lashed to Ravith.
And that connection is strong enough for Ravith Morna to draw power from him?
Love is a willing bond between two souls. I can think of no stronger connection. Ravith and Zerith were both devotees of Azura. Love is all she teaches. Well, that and forgiveness. So now Zerith needs to be reminded of the latter.
You said High Cantor Viti went to get the other cantors?
Yes. I had dreams of a sanctuary in the mountains. Memories from Talbira. A forgotten place where the Twilight Cantors could hide from Ravith's chorus. Finding it was not easy. Getting here, less so. I am not even sure how long I have been here.
And Viti came with you?
Yes. Viti helped get us here. Then with Talbira's assistance, I started to commune with the spirits that fill this place. Viti left to gather the Twilight Cantors, to bring them here for safety. You did not happen to see her when you arrived?
Oh, that's probably not great. No.
Strange. Time passed differently with the spirits, but she should have returned by now. Did something happen? No, I will not give in to fear by speculating. I am renewed. I need to be to stand with you twin moons and see the end of Ravith Morna.
Hey, bud. So, how's that self-forgiveness thing going?
So this was the lesson in restoring Kenarty's rise. Forgiveness. I knew how to fix this place. To tend to old bones, lost scrolls, ancient weapons. But mending what lies inside me, what has been part of me for so long, that is not as simple.
Why?
My order calls forth souls in search of redemption. That is our work, our purpose. By fighting alongside you, have I properly atoned for taking the life of a friend, for all the misery that followed. Will any actions on my part ever be enough?
Everyone else has forgiven you. It's your turn to let go.
Yes, you are right. Azura forgives all who seek forgiveness. Why should I think myself the exception? Pride makes me stumble on this path. Thank you, Tamit, for guiding me to more stable footing. I am ready, then, to face Ravith Morna once more.
Okay, but how do we find her?
We stand in the shrine to the hidden moon, like the one we found in Ralkar after I first awoke in this age. Do you remember? We invoked ancient rites to receive Azura's direct guidance. We must do so again here. You have moon sugar water, yes?
Yes. Okay. Glug glug.
Mother of Twilight, guide your faithful as the unerring arm swings the finely honed blade. We seek the den of Ravith's chorus. My Moonclaw knows the path. The veil thins at Starhaven Adeptorium.
Oh, I know
in
that
northern
place.
and elsewhere. I will open our way.
Zerith, these flames, what do they mean?
By the moons, hordes of Dromathra approach, and worse, through the portal, quickly!
Wait, why? They're approaching here? Or there? Eh?
Such darkness, and so near. Those bodies, are they Inquisitors?
Combat ahead. The Inquisitors must have hunted the Rajaska, but their faith did not protect them.
They would not try to face the Rajaska alone. Oh no.
Man, they're dumb.
Ravith Morna is near. I can feel her darkness. But the Inquisitors, what were they thinking? If they hunted the Rajaska down, they would never attack without...
What do you mean?
That the Inquisitors intercepted High Cantor Viti and made the Twilight Cantors come with them on this assault. They have fallen, but the Rajaska need the Cantors alive. Otherwise, they cannot bend them to join their chorus. We have to save them.
Oh boy.
Stay here, Jarithanti, or stay hidden. We will search for the Twilight Cantors.
Big boy.
Kenardi, make this swift.
Is this really the Adeptorium? I think I've been here one time because this is like the tutorial. This was the tutorial back when Elsewhere came out. That was this place, right? Yeah.
Come, we can hold them off no longer. You two, thank the moons. Is Crinzy here too?
Yeah.
I am here, Viti.
Azura heard my prayers and sent you here. Thank the moons. Twilight Cantors
that
from
big
every
man is coming up the
corner of
stairs.
Elsewhere are holding off dark spirits as best they can. We can definitely use your help.
Tell us what's happening.
I left Crinzy to heal at Canarthi's rise and decided to gather my fellow Twilight Cantors. I planned to bring them there as well, but with the disappearance of the Grand Inquisitor, the Inquisitors ordered us to aid them.
How?
I did not ask. They had a location and a plan of attack. They just needed the Twilight Cantors to assist them. As ever, the Rajaska were too much for the Inquisitors. Their faith was not strong enough. But without their swords, neither are we.
Where are the other Cantors?
Scattered throughout the ruins below. You remember Aoife's warning, yes? Of the moon beast Ravith Morna is summoning.
Are we gonna fight this
hear
thing?
It growling. It stirs from the call of her chorus. Pray we are not too late to stop its waking.
We shall try.
I will tend to Viti while you do what you can for the other Twilight Cantors. Send for me when you find Ravith Morna.
Prepare. You give me no choice.
Oop, I interrupted his dialogue. Alright, so time to save people. It's what we do.
Footsteps! Be ready, Cantors!
Oh, an Elfique.
Your scents are unknown to me, but I know your descriptions.
The Inquisitors who rallied us here complained of you often. But they are dead now. I hope you come to us bearing good news.
Yeah, we're here to help.
Ha! High time the High Cantor was bestowed the gift of common sense. We can hold this position no longer. Is there a way to safety?
Yes, now go.
You two novices hear that? Prepare yourselves. We're leaving.
I love that the little one is the senior. The Dromothra are one of the coolest designs to come out of Elder Scrolls. I mean, credit to the design team for this game. But, oh, it was an Endeavor. There's a lot of really cool things they've added to like the Elder Scrolls universe, or expanded on anyways.
Because the end stalks us.
My personal favorite is the Dwarven Colossus, but there are many, many good things.
This one prays you are flesh and not a desperate imagining. We are lost, doomed.
Yeah, calm down.
Oh,
wait, you were
Mother
one of the
of
ones we
dusk
saved
and
before,
dawn,
right?
Who sent such warriors to protect her devoted? When the Inquisitors fell, we feared all was lost. Is there a path to
Is
safety?
this one of the ones that was from the Vile Manse? Yeah, go.
We gather strength to seek the safe path. Azura bless you both.
Okay, time to go. Wait, where's the... Oh, over there. How do I get over there? The screamy skulls. Ooh.
Quiet! Someone comes.
Oh, isn't this the other one from the Vile Manse?
You don't look like
No,
an
you're someone else.
Inquisitor. And your friend only looks somewhat like a dark spirit.
Oh, you
Wait,
are the one. Okay.
You're the ones from the Vile Manse. Are you here to help us again?
Yeah.
Of course you are. Thank the moons and all their forms for this mercy. Is there a clear path to safety?
Yeah.
A moment to prepare, and then we'll go. Light of love and mercy
Oh, I can actually
guide you both.
I can actually mount up here?
My Moonclaw beckons southward, Tamid. Our hunt for Ravith Mona continues.
Oh, okay.
Tamid, across the bridge. Look at the sky. Mother of Twilight.
Ooh, that's a big bubble. That's scary looking.
Ravith was always strong, but this power she has amassed, I have seen nothing like it. She seeks to disrupt the crossing, Azura's plains. I had not thought to see such destruction also blemish the face of Nirni.
What is that thing?
A shortcut. A doorway across plains, where the void in my own heart was born. Ravith Mona will use this bypass to send her moon beast to the crossing, to let it prey on the souls of all Khajiit and make real the dark dream of every Dromothra.
We can stop this, right?
I feel the truth of what Krinzi said back in Khenarthi's Rise. My guilt holds open this door to the void. I am ready now, thanks to you, to embrace forgiveness and close this breach. But I cannot face Ravith Mona or her moon beast alone.
I'm with you, Timmy. Let's stop them. What is the moon beast going to be, I wonder? What creature shall it be? Ooh, we've got both types of void. Neat. That's the more Namira associated one, is the like sickly green one.
Raham, we cannot do this without Krinzi.
Oh, hello.
I am here. Viti leads the others to a safe place.
The great darkness.
Your weapons, my voice, and Talbira's song. I am ready to follow you into the darkness.
With the guidance of my Tamid, I am finally ready to set things right. Krinzi, Talbira if she listens too.
We do not need your assurances, Erithvar. We have faith.
So you do, Jarithanti. So you do. Let us step into the portal and end this.
Okay. Ooh.
The Moon Beast! Are we too late?
Like redemption, it is never too late. Let us show Ravith this is so.
Oh, these aren't the Moon Beasts. But we do have to go through this way. Is it just going to be a giant one of these? Oh, he gains report from fighting Dramatha very fast. That almost seems unintentional. Is there a public dungeon anywhere that has Dramatha in it, I wonder? We go this way. Oh, a Rajashka. Anytime you feel like getting up, Zareth. There's Zareth. Oh, this very much looks like a boss fight arena. Oh, that is a very large. Is it a Centrot? Maybe?
Answer this dirge with our song of battle.
You got bigger.
Let your souls be the first dragged into the dark.
Do not listen to her, Zerith. Your path turns from the darkness.
Wait, am I?
You try my patience.
Oh, these are the ones that were a mount in one of the crates, isn't it? They were like a necromancer? No, they were... They had a fancy name, I just can't remember what they were. They were a type of Athra.
I drag your soul into the dark, mother of hunger. Channel your darkness, Valida Nit.
Oh, these are aspects of the Moon Beast, so they're like fragments of it.
I sing for my mistress.
Hey, one survived.
Of decay.
Oh, okay. I assume...
Lindsay, it must be now!
No! The mother of all Khajiit will never take me back!
Let your light drive the darkness from this riven soul.
Are you just chilling up there?
Azura, lend me strength to guide her back to you. Azura, by the power of the hidden moon, recall Ravith.
Ravith cast off the dark. She seeks redemption.
Oh, that thing moved. Oh, that thing's
But
moving.
the Moon Beast! We are too late.
You can banish it, Tamiti. The two of you together now.
Oh, it's big.
Lindsay, rise, hidden moon.
Oh, we don't have to actually fight it. Okay, bye.
Ravith, you accepted redemption. I cast a hand into the darkness, and you took it.
Not just your hand, Thamur. I felt the words and the guidance of your Tamit through our connection. You reached past the darkness and found me. Our paths divide here. Walk your second pounce with lightness and purpose, Zirithvar. May we never again hold so fast to the darkness in our own hearts.
Let the wings of Kenarthi bear you to the crossing, Ravith. The portal to Nirni is open, friends. Let us return. Together.
Okay. Are we finally done with this incredibly long, by far the longest companion quest? Oh. Where are we, actually? Oh, we're in his tomb.
It is finished. The Rajaska stalk the face of Nirni no more. In my last moments connected to Ravith, I felt her relief. The door between us closed forever. But there was no fear, not like before. The ties that bound us, we were both ready. to let go.
I'm glad you're able to forgive yourself.
Tamid, I never would have found the road to redemption without the light from your soul to guide me. Before we returned, I felt a pull from my moonclaw, the slightest grasp, reminding me I was welcome to return to Azura's crossing with Ravith.
But you chose to stay?
I end the story that began in an age now nearly forgotten, ready to start something new. But what was that story, truly? A tale of a stoic stand against the looming darkness? Of the rebirth of the hidden moon? No. It was always quieter. Simpler.
What was the story about then?
It was the story of a soul who foolishly felt beyond salvation. And though he kept Azura's creed and rite, he had shut his heart from her words. But she had not forgotten him. She sent another to see him made whole again.
What does this mean for you now?
For the first moment in a span beyond counting, my soul is unburdened. I seek to explore this world, Tamid, to heal its wounds, right its wrongs, and I can think of no better company than yours. Please, take this, with my eternal thanks. Where one story ends, another begins. If I am still here, it means Azura still has a purpose for me in this world, that she wants me to walk its length and breadth. And there is only one I want to walk alongside me. Tamid, shall we?
Yeah, you okay after everything?
There are so many things I am and am not. Am I whole? No. But perhaps no one truly is. Making peace with that truth is my challenge now. I am able to step forward. It is easier to do so with you at my side, Tamid.
Ravith was the love of your life, wasn't she?
She was the love of one life, yes. But when we were parted and met again, we were much changed from each other. For the better, I think. I have a new life now. I am a moon in a new phase. Let us see where that takes me.
What about all our friends?
Grinzy, you are safe.
Oh.
We did it, VT. Let me tell you everything.
The wound in my soul closes. At last, I know peace.
I'm surprised we didn't have a little last second show up with the ghosts to like thank everything and bid us on our way.
Crossing paths with you outside Moonmont. It seems like a lifetime ago. So much of my world has been changed since we first met. And I am thankful for it every day.
What's next for you?
A rest, I think. We Twilight Cantors are not used to all this excitement. Some quiet, far-off place where I can give my voice respite. And when I return, I will work with the other Twilight Cantors to learn more about the Hidden Moon.
What about Talbira?
She is still with me, of course. She is at peace now, seeing Ravith and Zerith made whole again. But her life was cut short. I do not mind sharing mine with her. Perhaps she has more to teach me. Thank you, Walker, for everything you did.
Okay, I thought Talbira was like older when she died.
Crinzy is safe, the Twilight Cantors are safe, and you are safe, Walker, along with Zerithvar. For too long I have been prey to my own fears. Now, at last, I can enjoy the Twilight hours.
What will you do now?
I will put aside the title of High Cantor. It was a construct of the Torval Curiata, used to control the Twilight Cantors. I thought at one time that taking on the role would spare my brothers and sisters from the purges of fate. No longer.
I would love to see modern day, like what happened, Elder Scrolls 6 or 7, whatever. But I want to see all the regions in like, quote unquote, modern times. Like what's changed compared to what they did in this game. Oh.
It seems your necromancer friend was afforded some luxuries with his burial. What? After the events at Starhaven Adeptorium, my paws need resting.
Aren't you a fancy cat? Okay, who else can we speak with? Oh, one of the ones from Vilemance.
Was Zerethvar truly interred here for centuries without wasting away? What a lonely soul. How fortunate he is that you found him, as suited for one another as twin moons.
They really like this twin moons concept. Ah.
1,000 blessings to you and Zerithvar for saving me. Twice. Viti led us to this place to shelter. She's compiled the most fascinating texts on the Order of the Hidden Moon.
Hey, well, I guess your order's coming back. Kind of. Let's see, if we leave, is there any extra dialogue? Maybe? No? Okay, let's go see what he's like as a house guest. Zerithvar. Ooh, I saw one of the data mine things. There's going to be a furnishing pack that has some of these new dwarven things and a dwarven sphere for training dummy, which is cool. Okay, I want Zerithvar. Oh, what's his casual look like? Ooh. Breezy. That's a cool outfit, actually.
It is always the harder thing to persuade an enemy into an ally, as in the case of Viti. I am not known for my sage advice. But when such doors open to you, Tamid, always try to take them. I was raised by nomads before I heard Lokaj's call to serve Azura. I was a fidgeter, and cursed with unrepentant wanderlust. Talbira always said that my choice to follow a Hadalid's path of temperance and patience must mean my calling was true.
Oh, cool. It even has... I wonder what this is a new outfit. It must not be out yet, but it has Azura's star there on the chest.
I question the sanity of those who seek to learn Ta'agra as a second tongue. All these tricky patterns of speech, if I was not born to it, I do not know if I would have the fortitude to learn.
Oh.
I do not mind the interruption. A distraction from one's prayers can just as easily be interpreted as those prayers being answered. This one... no, I am sorry. I try. But I cannot adopt this way of speaking. It is closer to a direct translation of the dialect spoken today, but Ta'agra and Cyrodiilic are closer companions now. In my time, they were mere acquaintances.
Interesting.
Fajnata, this home is impressive.
I mean, it's a big cave right now. I have plans for it whenever it goes live, but... He almost looks kind of sad, like, in his idle animation. Oh yeah, I found out these have switches. That's cool. Do they all have switches? Oh, they do. Huh, that's neat. And can you go down here? Is this... Well, or do you just die if you go down there? Oh, I'm alive. And this is a rope to get back. Oh. So you could definitely put some stuff down here if you wanted. This is pretty. Look at the crystals. I guess they're geodes, really? Is there anything else down here? Just a cool body of water. Now when I go up this... Can I... Oh, you can take it back down. That's a pond? I guess. Okay, well. Enough messing around. I think this episode is plenty long enough. So, yeah. Thanks for joining me. Come back. I'll have the next stuff up real soon. But until then, bye.